What's wrong with you?
Yo, you fucking retarded, bro. You're retarded.
Who?
You.
What'd I do?
You know what you just did, man.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
All I know is that I don't like pickles, so therefore I would never go into a pickle store. And shout out to, I gotta shout them out, the pickle guys, because I just learned that there's a store for pickles.
No, pickling.
Yeah,
Pickling.
yeah, it's pickling. Yeah, Lower
what it's
East
called,
Side.
pickling?
No, it's called the Pickle Guys, but you got to try it out. It's fire. I'm telling you, it's just a bunch of different things pickled. If you from or know anything about the Lower East Side, you know about the Pickle Guys. You have to. So try it out. I know. I get it. Go in there. They're gonna give you a sample. You're gonna fuck with it.
Well, what did they give you a sample of at first?
Whatever
like,
you want. Like you could look at the menu and you're like, which one you want to try? You want to try that? Here, try it.
What are you laughing at?
It's the way he says it, bro. It's retarded.
What you mean the way I'm saying it? I'm saying it that's what it is.
He's actually giving a very good description of what the whole story is about.
Pickles make you giggly?
Yo.
Nah, bro. Put this shit up.
I don't know. We went live and he started getting flustered, right?
He's been pickled.
Yeah.
He's been pickled?
Pickled. Imagine if they put that in a bag, like a card that said that, you've been pickled.
Oh, man.
That's
good marketing, though.
I was talking about the restaurant the last time. We were going to called Jacob's Pickles. You ever heard of Jacob's Pickles?
No.
It's in the upper East Side. I think it's the Upper East Side. It's a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little restaurant. It's not all about pickles.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? They got burgers, they got fried chicken, they got all types of stuff in there. Nigga, it's good food. I heard about it. I seen it pops up in my feed about restaurants and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Want to try like a southern style food restaurant, but it's called Jacob's Pickles. So the reason I'm bringing it up is because we talking about pickle guys.
Nah, I got you.
Is it better than the spot you just talked about?
It sounds like it's completely different.
But Jacob, the pickle guys is like more like a store. It's like a store, not a restaurant.
Oh, that's one time I thought it was a restaurant. Huh?
No, it's like a store.
It's a store.
Yeah. You can't sit down and eat now.
I can't look at
you standing.
Can you fix it?
You just talked about having your own style. He got his scarf like that. I got my scarf like this.
Okay.
Yo, that shit falls gonna be bad for the
Welcome to 40 Central, guys.
Let's go, man. What's good, y'all? How you doing?
How was your week?
My week? Oh, shit. We had a very, very long weekend. That was last weekend?
Mm-hmm.
That was? Shit. Started shooting Surviving the Trenches. Very eye-opening experience, man. A lot of work, a lot of planning. Sunday we figured out that we need way more shit than what we got. Like it was fun too. Footage came out amazing.
What were y'all shooting again? My fault.
It's a show that shout out to Smooth.
Mm-hmm.
We shooting a show for her. Can't give you too many details at the moment right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it should be out February.
Okay.
Felt like you had another question. Yeah.
I'm getting a little distracted.
Nah, this is crazy.
I'm getting a little distracted. That's all that is. All right, so y'all both shooting. Like y'all both over there with with the camera equipment and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up, man.
Yeah. So I mean, just like in a nutshell, without giving away the plot of the show, essentially is just a bunch of random people living together, doing certain things. It's like the experience of a bunch of random people living together. Is what I can say for right now. However, the experience of actually producing and filming and all that stuff and teeny bit of editing. We haven't done any editing. She's done all the editing, but just like the idea of like having her like talk through like this is where she is, this is what she's working on, this is what worked for the show, this is what didn't work for the show, all those type of things. I felt like it was just an amazing experience that it taught me that it's possible.
Sitting down,
Right?
we
Like-
sat down and watched other shows to like try to be like, yo, this is how it should look, how it shouldn't look. It's it's a very like very great learning experience just from even the outside, even just coming like and just watching or just being there.
Yeah,
It's really good.
that's fire. You know what I think is dope? I was doing this photography stuff for a while. When I went over to the last time I saw you, which was at the when homie got dunked on. Shout out to him.
Yo, that's crazy.
I don't know whoever just got
That's crazy.
somebody just got a random shot at.
Nah, he's a good dude. I'm assuming. So
I'm assuming.
when homie got dunked, that was the last
You
time I
caught
saw
that
you.
shot,
I caught that shot. Yeah, definitely.
Definitely caught
So
that shot.
what I was,
I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
That was crazy.
So now, what I was gonna say, like, I thought it was crazy that, like, when I went back over there, and a lot of this is probably from you, seeing the younger generation out there with their cameras as well. You know what I'm saying? And asking for pointers and stuff like that. So I think it's dope that you kind of bringing that culture out here. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was dope. Also, even me, like, I left there and I was like, oh, okay. So he's doing something I'm not doing, which was shooting the manual. Like you was using the,
Yeah.
and I was like, all right, let me get a 100% manual lens
Oh,
and just practice. You know what I'm saying? So,
oh, okay.
yeah, so I was like, let me just in case I need to get in my bag, let me get this manual lens. So just learning from each other with that stuff, man, because it's tough. You feel me? Especially like sports, which is something I don't do a lot.
Yeah.
But sports is really tough. You almost have to anticipate what's gonna happen, especially to get the sharpness right, to get the focus right. So seeing you do that, it's crazy. I can't wait to see the show. Also, I was watching the episode, and the knowledge you dropped on the scholarship stuff was dope too.
Appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely gonna link up with you because you know my daughter.
Yeah.
She getting ready. Yeah, she 15.
That's crazy.
So I'm gonna need you to put that.
Of
You know what I'm
course,
saying?
of
Because
course.
you know, great GPA, good kid, got a lot of stuff going on. So I'm ready to get her over to the next level. You know, so
Damn,
and you know, I know you probably know, but you know, her and Jacob now in the same school.
No, I
You
didn't
didn't know that? They go to the same school now.
Word?
Yeah.
See, small world. Son.
Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
it's good to see.
They know that when they put him in there?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, so they just didn't tell me. Copy.
Yeah, they knew that. Yeah, I don't know if I'm the reason, but I'm one of the
Yeah.
reasons why they knew about that school.
Oh, wow,
Because
that's what's
Delilah's been in it for a long time. So, like, you know, since 6th grade, I think. So, yeah, man.
So it goes from 1st to 12th?
6 to 12.
6 to 12.
Yeah,
Shit, I forgot he's in middle school.
yeah.
Damn, son.
Because once you know, looking for a high school, like the right one, it's tough.
Right,
So we
right.
tried to find something that was like, once we get her in, we good. We don't even got to deal with this no more. So, you know, we found one. So we happy, and, you know, Jacob's in the same one. So maybe they're taking that same ride.
Right.
We don't know. But he might have some options when he gets to that high school level because he's an athlete. You know what I'm saying? So he might have different things going for him. But with Delilah, which is more into arts and things like that, we wanted to make sure that she was able to be in the school and just ride that out if she wanted to.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, you drop the whole show is dope and everything that you guys talk about and say. I wish Warren was here. He called out sick again.
Word, I thought he was going to pull up today.
Yeah, it's all good. You know, I'll see him. I haven't seen him in a minute because he wasn't there when homie got dunked on. Like,
I think he did come, but
he came later.
Yeah, I think so.
I left at that point. But, you know, I got that troop. But yeah, I just wanted to give you your flowers, get the whole team their flowers. All y'all be doing dope things. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So,
yes. Thank you.
Appreciate you, man.
For sure,
Jason,
man.
you rather shoot sports or just regular people?
What do you mean?
Like when you taking pictures?
I'm assuming he's saying you rather shoot sports action or would you rather shoot portraits?
I would say for me, action and sports, primarily because I feel like with that, I love the reaction that the people get when they see a picture that they love. And I feel like I get more of that with sports, especially that I deal with kids. Right? It's like, for example, like tomorrow I'm going to Philly. So once I told the kids I'm going, they're like, yo, you going? Like, it's lit, it's lit, it's lit. Like, they just excited. Like, they know a cameraman's going to be there.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like to see that, to get that energy just from having a camera with me is like, I can't even describe it or put it into words. it's been a blessing ever since I picked up the camera. I'm not even gonna lie. Like,
That's fire.
just like the amount of people I just been able to like inspire and help and just get excited. Like even going out to Staten Island. Like when I went out, the coach from the Staten Island youth football team, when I went out there to see Jacob, he literally told me, "You having the camera changed the entire dynamic of our team because our kids want to have something to play for now." Like they wanted to play for the camera. They wanted to score so that way their families could see the video on camera. So it's like, you know, you don't even think of those things. Like you just out there taking pictures, and this whole time it's like you inspiring people and not even knowing it. So,
like, you know what's so dope about what you doing, which is like, you know, it seems like you're doing it, and the people you're doing it for, the teams you're doing it for, they're cool with everything. Like I did some sports, but I don't really post the sports I do because I try to get clearance from every parent who's in the picture, like whose kid is in the picture. So I usually stay away from it. I do a lot of stuff that I don't post just because like I don't get clearance or I don't even ask, depending on how the session went. I prefer like portraits than the action shit. I like to control the lighting, control where the person's standing, control like the background. So like I just think it's dope too, like seeing the different dynamics and the how people shoot different things, the different lenses you use. Manual, I didn't mess with manual for a long time.
yeah.
Besides shooting in manual, but not actually the lens in manual. But now I've been using manual a lot more just to sharpen my sword since I saw you doing it.
Yeah.
And doing it with sports, like if you don't use a camera, like you don't understand how crazy that is to me. Like to do manual with sports is nuts to me. You know, it's like
Different, bro.
you know, and the cameras, depending on what camera you have, it'll help you a little bit with the autofocus or the face autofocus, but you don't get none of that when you in manual. So like you're literally just doing it straight from like, so that's super impressive. You know what I'm saying? I was impressed when I saw you out there doing that. And I was like, that's crazy.
And it's crazy that you say that because I remember you telling me that how you would do your sports photography, and I tried that. And like now for me it was like, okay, like the reason why I had to do manuals because my auto wasn't good enough to do sports. So I had to learn manually. But then now that I got a better camera and I can shoot on auto, it makes it way easier.
Yeah, it's super easy.
Way easier. So like I do like a mixture of both now, but now I don't feel bad at least trying the audio, you know?
And it's getting to a point now, depending on what camera you're using. No disrespect to anybody new, and this is not told you.
Of course.
Like, especially the really high quality ones, it's almost like too easy. Like it's almost like, come on, man! Like you're not doing nothing. Like some of it is just like the new camera that's coming out. It hasn't come out yet. No, just to get a little bit nerdy. They have like a pre-picture. So when you take the picture, like the iPhone does, it records pictures like 5 seconds before you took it. So if you miss the shot, you could just go back a few frames and it's already saved in there as a raw file. And it's just kind of like, come on, man.
Yeah,
like at that point, like
that's crazy.
You could just put it on a tripod and let it go crazy at that point. So
it's taken away from the art almost.
Yeah, it really is.
It's for the people who want to do it for the art. Now you're competing. It's almost like you're competing against AI.
Yeah.
Like how do you win that battle where you competing against like robots and machinery and all that other shit? But I mean, to me, I feel like there's a gift and a curse to that because now anybody can start photography.
Yeah.
Like there's no real like before, at least for me, when I started, there was like a knowledgeable barrier of entry.
Yeah.
You didn't have the basic skills of like ISO, shutter speed,
aperture,
FPS, all of that stuff. Like you couldn't get in.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't do it. Even if you put everything on automatic, your shit would look like it was shot on automatic, right? But now, like with this, it's like I could take that camera, go out and look like I've been doing this for 15 years.
Yeah, and if you really want to fool somebody, put it in Photoshop or Capture One, get crazy in there, and then like post. Yeah, man, it's getting a little ridiculous. Like I ain't gonna hold you. Wow. Some of the stuff I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm getting worried. And now they have the AI headshots. You know, like I ain't really lose no business yet. At least that feels like I haven't, but I am getting a little worried. Where it's like
I seen shit on that's going on social media that people are creating AIs and modeling AIs.
I saw that.
Yeah, and like promoting brands, like through the AI and stuff like that, and people are making thousands of dollars off of that now. So like at some point, like these Instagram models and all this other stuff, they're gonna be taken out of their jobs real soon.
They're just gonna make fake bitches.
Yeah, and bro, they look real, like real people. So it's just like, like how do you battle with something like something like symmetrically beautiful, like so like a woman that's actually symmetrically beautiful, like perfect, to go with somebody that I'm saying that has like little flaws, because no human's perfect. So you have you so and now they look like real people. It's
I
crazy.
saw it.
So,
Yeah, but how is that? How is that? That's just like a AI. It's not like a real AI, right? It's just like a
It's a picture.
picture.
Pictures and
on a
videos.
picture.
but they also have like they also do videos.
They have videos
They have
too.
videos too. Like like they're walking around. They look like real people.
Yeah, but they just put in that on the background of say
No,
we in
no.
Tahiti.
They have like legit. They make a whole thing, a whole play. Like bro, they'll have something that looks just like this. Like it looks just like this. That you can't. It looks like it'll be a real place.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's just a picture though.
But they
video.
also have video. Like
Yeah,
it looks
but
like
if they just put in if they took this picture in this room, they just put the AI in the room and make it a video of them sitting on a chair.
Well, not only that,
Right?
they could do it that way, or they can just create it in like in a digital world. I'm saying like
That's what I'm
create
saying. It's
new
just
walls,
it's still
new walls.
all digital. It's not like
It's all
it looks
digital.
like a real place. Like actually,
yeah,
it's like
it's real.
bro, it's like to a point that you can't even notice what's real. You can't even notice it. And this is what they're doing to monetize a lot of different things. They had this one guy that he I think I gotta find it on social media, but they had this one guy that he created this girl and like videos of her and like marketing brands through her. Created this girl through with AI, and now he's making about almost like $15,000 a month off of this shit.
just doing nothing. Like
Yeah, he just created this AI, and brands are going to it, and people are following. She has like what, like the
it's on
AI,
Instagram, right?
yeah.
I think I've seen
the
that.
This Instagram AI model has about like 400,000 followers
It's a
now.
digital pimp.
Yeah, like that's exactly what it is.
Digipimp.
But yeah, the digipimp. So,
yeah. I think
but, yeah, bro. That's where that's where it's headed. Like technology is gonna take over people's jobs real soon, and that's like stuff like that. That's something that like
not even the models are safe?
Even the models aren't safe, bro. Even the models aren't safe. They're gonna have to step up the game in some way to do something different that the AI can't do.
That AI is gonna do OnlyFans soon.
I wouldn't be surprised if they really have an AI OnlyFans. I wouldn't be
sure they do.
surprised.
I'm sure they do.
That's crazy.
I think that like things like this, in my opinion, because I don't have no proof, it's always planned out. Like I feel like it's years and years of planning out. So I say that to say this: you just said like you can't tell difference between the real woman and the AI woman, but also that's because women are trying to portray as fake as possible. Like so, it's like
They do all the surgeries.
you can't tell the
You
difference.
can't really tell the difference now.
Yeah, like
Not
you
even
could,
all the surgeries, all the filters.
it's the filters, it's
Yeah.
the surgeries, it's the Photoshop, it's the like. So women are trying to look more fake, and then it's like it's easier to make a faker woman because now it's like, well, you already look fake. I can just create a fake woman, and it makes sense, right? So if you're looking at a brand, why would I have to deal with somebody's attitude, somebody coming late, hair, makeup,
And he makes
flight,
100% profit off of this
and
because
I could just create. I could be a digipimp and create a woman,
The
and then have
digipimp.
Nike or somebody just like like it makes sense.
It's
Yeah.
cheap.
It's
And
cheaper.
yeah.
Like
Well, all you really gotta do is pay the digipimp.
yeah, just play the digipimp and you good.
yeah, bro. I mean, I see like I said, I see it on social media. I wouldn't be surprised if more people start doing that eventually,
Yeah.
if they're not doing it already. And yeah, bro, like technology's taking over jobs left and right, bro.
To me, this reminds me of like when I was a kid and my parents would talk about, oh, I remember when the toll workers used to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was a kid at the time, so like I heard it and I understood it.
Hold on,
But
time
you
out.
can't really what happened?
You don't remember the toll workers?
No, I do.
Oh,
but again, but I
I
wasn't
just wanna
paying
say-
the toll. So it's like I got understood what they were saying,
Yeah.
but I couldn't comprehend how that really felt because I wasn't paying tolls as a kid.
Yeah.
But now, as an adult that's paying bills, like, oh shit, like jobs are really gonna be obsolete, even for teachers.
In 20, I think it was in 20, 2017 is when the Whitestone Bridge got taken out. The Whitestone Bridge and the Throsner Bridge.
Right.
They took the tolls down in 2017.
Right.
I remember that, and I was like, and I was saying it to people like that's it. If you see, because remember it was massive traffic that day when they took it down, and I remember like legit saying like, you think that if this is cool and everything, understand that technology is on its way of taking over jobs. Like legit, we're focused on Easy Pass now. Everything's going through Easy Pass, which makes everything life easier, of course. But like we had all those people that had had 401ks and pensions that were depending with this job. Now it's all gone. You know what I'm saying, now they have to look for something else elsewhere. Now they probably becoming porters, or hopefully they found better careers. But yeah, bro, but that's what it boils down to. And at some point, building porters, that's gonna be taken out real soon too, because we already got those little what's this thing called?
Robots?
The
little Stop and Shop robots.
Yeah, little Stop and Shop robots.
Like Jay had.
Yeah. So it has stuff like that can clean up the place, and all you do is hire a part timer to throw out trash in the building, and that's it. And sooner or later, front desk jobs are gonna be taken out at luxury residentials. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be taken. Everything is gonna be taken over by technology real soon. That's why when I was telling people about this 4-day work week shit, when they were talking about 4-day work weeks, that's literally, if you have, we talked about this on the pod. If you have a job that has a relief, it's 3 shifts, right? All 3 of them 8-hour shifts. So if you do it 4-day work weeks, then there's gonna be a shift that's gonna be unavailable, right? So what will fill that position that makes more sense? An AI. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't have to pay.
You don't have to pay it because you buy it for $300,000, but in the long run, they make more money off of it. You know what I'm saying? Because they could slave the crap out of the robot. You know what I'm saying? And just sit overnight, just sit there and just do the overnight, and they record everything.
What is one industry or one place that will be hard to be taken over by AI?
What one industry? I don't know, bro. Because the way how they're creating these AIs, bro, they're super advanced. So I mean, people thought that radio personnel, it would be hard to take out, but that could be taken out too.
I'd probably say nannies.
Huh?
Nannies. Stuff like jobs that require love between human and human to some extent will probably be the hardest ones to.
What else besides
It's hardest,
nannies?
but I'm pretty sure at some point they'll make it.
I mean, they will.
Like a robot babysitter? Yeah, but that's not the same.
Because the thing about it is this: if it's through, I feel like if it's through an agency, it will be AI. But if you do it like one-on-one, you hire somebody else that whatever, that you can keep that that the human interaction. But at some point, it's gonna get to it's gonna get to the corporations and everything, because if they're trying to make digital money, digital currencies and everything, right? Because it's not the cryptos, it's the actual digital currency. They want to get rid of the dollar. So they want to go to digital currency. Right. You go to digital currency, everything's going to go through corporations because they're already taxing every little thing.
Right.
So at some point, you won't have access to give somebody a $5 to do something. You know what I'm saying? You have to go through a whole situation. So you're going to have to go through corporations real soon. So that's what's going to happen.
But what's that got to do with nannies, though?
They're going to force you to use it. That's basically
of
what
a
he's
nanny.
saying.
You're going to have to go through an agency. If you can't have access to give somebody finances, right? And let's say if you're giving JT $50 to watch Cole, right? You're giving JT $50 to watch Cole, and we're like, all right, so what kind of experience does he have to do such and such, whatever? And then it becomes a whole scenario that they'll make it a big thing that he can't do it, but you have to go to a corporation. That's what's gonna happen real soon.
Even if I just still send him $50 in digital coin.
Yeah,
how are they gonna know what you did for that?
Regulate it because it's digital.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. They're gonna regulate it.
They're gonna regulate everything. So you can't do it just because that's what people don't understand. That's the control what they're trying to create.
You good?
So everything's going through these agencies and everything. So AI is gonna be the thing, and you're gonna have to accept it.
So you don't feel like there's any other industry besides nannies?
Everything's gonna be touched. Look, Jay-Z invested into
So what's the point of what's the point of people working then?
That's what I was saying before. Yo, I literally said this before. I said this a few pods before, a few episodes before. Legit. That's why they have this whole depopulation thing going on. They don't want people. They don't care about people. They don't care about it. They don't care about it. Everything is going to be with technology, and the people with the people with the highest amount of money, they're going to live through this. You know
It's
what I'm saying?
gonna be like The Sims.
Yes, that's exactly what it's going to be. Everything that you see in games and
bro.
everything in cartoons, like legit, that's exactly what happens, bro. That's exactly what happens. Like, pay attention to it. Like this is exactly what's really. That's what I've been talking to you about for a minute. But like, this is
This is why.
serious.
This is why, as
The
a
goal-
teacher, I try my best. Oh, you was gonna say something?
Yeah, I was saying the goal of the World Economic Forum and Agenda 2030 is for us to own nothing and be happy about it.
That's what socialism is.
Niggas literally said that too.
That's what socialism is. Socialism is basically
How you just come in and say something and just be out?
Right.
socialism in any country. Socialism in any country is literally the government becomes very rich, right, and the people are just happy with what they have. That's what a union is. Unions are like that. Unions is communism. If you actually look at what the union does to you, it's communism.
Strong comparison.
Yo,
I'm listening.
it's extreme communism.
I'm listening.
Yo, hold on.
I'm listening. I'm not debating. I'm just listening.
No.
Just made an observation.
I'm not saying
alright,
nothing about this.
No. This is legit. Is what it is. All right. So if you think about it like this, look. All right. I work with. Let's say me and Justin have the same job together, right?
Right.
We work together, right? Justin does the bare minimum. I bust my ass at work, right? He does bare minimum, right? But he does exactly what they ask you at the job description. You know, like basically what you're supposed to do. I go above and beyond. I would get treated the same as him, no matter what, and I can't grow with the company because they gave me a certain amount of money. They gave me my 401k. They gave me my benefits. They gave me everything to make me comfortable, right? But he does exactly what he's supposed to do. Not too much, not too little. He does exactly what he's supposed to do. I will get treated exactly the same, and they won't give me my benefits, even thought of growing with the company, because it's a union. The unions, you have to treat everybody equally, no matter what.
Well, doesn't that make you the fool?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It makes you the fool.
Okay.
Makes you the fool. It makes you the person actually busting his ass at the job. He's the fool. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But if you actually look at the benefits to that, that's what socialism and communism do. Legit,
right.
that you get everything with. You can live through. You get your insurance. You get free college tuitions. You get everything. Right? What makes you comfortable, what makes you happy.
Mm-hmm.
But understand that you still won't amount to anything. You still won't amount to anything, no matter what. That's why if you go to Poland, right? And Poland, not Poland. I'm sorry, like Norway.
Mm-hmm.
Like Norway is a socialist country, right?
I wanna go to Norway.
So you go to Norway, right? Doctors, porters, all that get paid the same. They get paid the same.
Right.
But the thing is that governments pick what you would do with your life. Like in China, what they would do with your life. If we need doctors for this generation, they're gonna put you in school to be doctors and everything. But at the same time, if we need people to clean the buildings, right? They're gonna put you in things to do clean buildings, but you're gonna be the best at that, whatever the case may be. But you're still gonna get paid the same.
But doesn't China have, being that it has such a long history of like a nation, doesn't that prove that maybe it works?
Well, listen, it does. It works when it works. It keeps the country flowing. No matter what everything does, the country's gonna flow. No matter what,
Right.
The country's gonna flow. They have all the resources. They have everything what they need, to survive. But in the end, you still can't choose what you want to do with your life unless you come from a wealthy family. If you come from a wealthy family, then you can pick different choices of what you want to do with your life. And it's like that's why we have a lot of like Asian Americans, Asians that come here to America right now, that they come here from China and they pick courses or what they want to do, but they come here from China to NYU's and to Berkeley, whatever and they get their education through here. But a lot of them still have to manage flying back to China. I'm saying a lot of them have to end up going back to China, but you come from a family with money. But if you come from a middle class family or low class family, which no middle class, I'm sorry, there's no middle class in socialist communist countries. But if you come from a low class family, you can't pick what you want to do with your life. They pick for you. But like I said, it works for them if you're comfortable with everything that you have. Cool. Some people like it.
That's what I'm saying.
Some people like it.
I think the majority of them.
Some people like
cool with
it. Some people are comfortable with it. Like Cuba. Cuba's screwed, right? Cuba's fucked. If you see what goes on in Cuba, Cuba's fucked. But there's some people that like the lifestyle in Cuba. Some people. Some people like it.
And but it's the same thing here. We have socialist tendencies here that people love.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's people that like it. You know what I'm saying, but at the same time, but America is built on a certain way that no other country was built on. No other country was built the way that we were built. That's why people come over here to live their dream, right? Because you can choose whatever the hell you want to be. If you was going to do a podcast, you want to make thousands of dollars doing podcasts, you could do that here, right? If you want to become a doctor, if you want to become a lawyer, you want to be a mechanic, you know what I'm saying? You want to be a home health aide. I mean, you can do anything. You can do anything that you want here and make money off of it. That's what America is so beautiful on. That's so beautiful about it. But as these policies are coming in and these AIs are starting to kick in, whatever, all that's going to be taken out real soon. So like that's why when I was talking about it before, that's what they're aiming for, to like basically to depopulate the human population, depopulate, because they need room for AIs. They need room, like the millionaires and billionaires. They need room for that. Saying so, we don't value anything anymore. Humans don't value anything anymore. If you got robots running the world, and they can work for freaking 40, 50 hours without complaining, right? But you're gonna work 8 hours and you would do 10 hours. You end up complaining. Why would they want you and not the robot?
I think it's a question of how many generations are left before that big switch.
Well, like that's why I talked about on the pod like a few episodes ago that they were saying that they're aiming for the sterilization of man by 2040. So basically, they want like the human sperm count to be almost down to zero by 2040. So you can't breed anymore.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna have my gun on me, so I'm gonna have a gun on me. So
there's a lot of stuff that's happening. So and honestly, it comes because or they always say like a low sperm count comes from what you eat, what you're drinking, whatever the case may be. If you're making lab grown food, you know what I'm saying
that's what you eat.
It's what you're eating.
Ah,
you know what I'm saying?
So they don't just run in your house on some 1960 shit.
Yeah, even better said.
They're not gonna just go
medicine. Is it medicine? Like
quote vaccine. You feel me? Like there's ways niggas can do it
but
without
this is my
physically
thing, right?
running
I
in your
understand
crib.
what you're saying,
We
right?
trying to get canceled tonight.
Bro, this is like
That's today.
We're living in a scary time, bro.
But this is what I'm saying. Like you're saying, population down to like 0%. Like that. Wouldn't that like make no sense?
It's not gonna be 0%.
You get what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
gonna be
because
more of a like not what it is now. They don't want what it is now.
They want
us.
the 9 billion people, because we went from 2009 to now. We went up from 7 billion to 9 billion, right?
People fucking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and they don't want that. So they want to drop. So what?
I mean, you look at USA since
I gotta go
2020,
and do
we've
my
been declining.
Googles after this.
So
I gotta see if he's talking.
You gonna take notes?
I'm doing my Googles after this.
That's serious. No, I'm dead serious. So we went up from 7 billion to 9 billion, like the human population. But America's population has been decreasing since 2020. So
I did a whole research.
It's been decreasing since 2020. So as the numbers start to decline, if you go down, let's say in the next 10 years, we went from 9 billion, we go down to 7, right? They'll probably do another sterilization, go down to like 5 billion. And 5 billion, they try to plateau it and try to maintain 5 billion, go down to 4, and then after that, be fine. You know what I'm saying? But notice, none of that is really happening in China. That shit is not really happening in China. China population grows, right? Because China has this thing that they're trying to be the dominant country in everything. They have this thing that they're trying to be the dominant country in everything. They like in wars, they use people. Right? They use people like, you know what I'm saying, like as far as like shields. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a tactic of theirs. So they don't because they have the highest. I think it's the highest population in the world. It's in China.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but
I don't think it's close.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, right? You said that they wanted to go down to 0%, right? I just don't think that is.
I don't think it's gonna go down to 0. I said they were aiming to put it.
Why would they aim to go down to nothing when there's no more population?
The people that
No,
are.
we had this
Yeah,
you
we did,
wasn't
right?
here. No, he wasn't here. No, he wasn't here.
He was here when we had this
Nah,
conversation.
this is when my boys was here. He wasn't here. We had the conversation with JT.
So
when we was in Colombia.
Yeah.
So like legit what it is this that they want the people that are funding the people.
No, I'm looking at the populations by country. China has 1 billion, 1.4 billion. India has 1.3 billion.
Yeah.
Number 3 is the United States with 334 million.
Yeah.
see the numbers went down because literally
Yo, that's crazy.
we were at
This is
not
this
too
is
long ago we were at
pre-
375 or 385.
This is as
Now
of
we're
right
at
now.
334.
That's right now. Oh.
So
Yeah, bro, the numbers
just for perspective, China has more people than the U.S., which is number 3, Indonesia, which is number 4, and Pakistan, potentially, which is number 5 combined. Because it's
Crazy.
300 and something million, 200 and something million,
5,
another 200 and something million.
7,
So that's like roughly
8, 8.
rounding
Remind
up.
you,
That's
hey,
like
remember,
8, 9.
But remember, like China is the dominant country to like all Asia. So India, all these other countries, like that falls under China. So you think about how much people that's in total.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
And these are the people that China's just reported.
yeah,
Like we don't know what's going on over there.
I'm saying yeah, because remember in early 2019 they had made a statement. Early 2019. Early 2019, they had a statement that they had a one-child law, right? For a while. China created this whole thing that they have a 2-child act now. Early 2019, it says not enough youth to take care of the seniors, right? Late 2019, COVID-19 happens, and it was a virus that was killing off seniors. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm not trying to make a conspiracy about anything, but like these you got to see what happens.
Oh, you did. You did.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
did.
Yeah, we
That's exactly what you did.
in that conspiracy.
I'm not trying to make a conspiracy, but these are things
We
that
in that
happen,
bag.
bro.
I mean, hey,
I didn't kill
can
myself,
make
by the
it-
way.
I can make a conspiracy, bro. Because for one, even around 2019, I think we had like Chinese Harvard professors smuggling like lab samples and shit like that, like virus samples out to China. And then when we look at like the landscape of war, it's not very often we see viruses being used in war. So what are these viruses being used for if it's not being used for us? Like that's the only thing that makes sense to me. Because when was the last time we seen a war where niggas was actually using viruses as a method of war?
Shit, that was Columbus with smallpox.
Like exactly, bro. It's been a while, and yet these niggas are always doing some shit when it comes to viruses, and then we always randomly get in some shit.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, bro. Like there's a lot of that, man. But there's a lot of that crazy stuff that's going on. Did you see what's going on the southern border?
That people are.
Hold on, we'll get into that.
No,
Can we
no, no,
introduce? We're gonna go. That's gonna go down a rabbit hole.
No, it's not a rabbit hole. It's just I want to get off this topic after that. That's why I don't want to talk about this no more. But it was just like that. You see, like that it was like 18,000 Chinese men. There's no families, no nothing. Just men in general coming from Mexico right now.
I said,
Yeah, that's an invasion.
and that's crazy
That's an
because I
invasion.
said that's what I would do if I had beef with the U.S. and I see I have the open border policy in Mexico. I'm sending in my A-team
Yeah,
through the Mexican border.
and so I was talking about that because like a few months back, I had made a statement that China just gave Cuba $7 billion to create a military base 100 miles from Key West, Florida. And then
That's
now they
dangerous.
come from the southern border.
That's real
Bro, it's an invasion happening, bro, and literally under this fucking administration. But all right, you can introduce our guest, please.
Yeah, sorry, we went on a little 40-minute banter rant kind of stuff, man.
You gotta pray for the United States during these tough times.
100%.
And vote. Your vote counts. Before we get started, this is brought to you by 40Central Network. You can purchase your merch at streamelements.com /40central, store.streamelements.com. We'll put it in the chat /40central. Cop up your merch, show the gang some love. Every purchase or everything that you buy goes back into the company. We are 100% owned, and we are looking to build and expand. We are looking to add more equipment, better our audio, better our visuals, and all that stuff. So if you want to support us, you can cop some merch at store.streamelements.com /40central. If you can't do that, you can hit us on Cash App at 40Central LLC, or you can hit us up on Zelle via email at 40centralpodcast@gmail.com. We gave you a bunch of options. Pick the one that works best for you. Or if that doesn't work, you can hit us up with the super chat. On the super chat, if you are on your phone, there should be a $ in the bottom corner. hit that $sign. You could give $5, $10, $25, even $50 if you're feeling good. Every little bit counts. Again, we are doing this because we love y'all. We're doing this because these conversations are important, and we're doing this to amplify the voices of the people. So in order to do that, we do need your support, and we appreciate it.
Where's the script?
Bro, that's what I do, man. That's what I do. That's what I do.
Oh, it was fire.
Appreciate that. All right, let's get to it. We have a special guest today, a brother, family, friend, mentor, entrepreneur, inspiration. Growing up, I just learned a lot from this man, from how he's carried himself, from photography to being a black man in America, to being a phenomenal father, someone who like cares about the community, his family, his people. This is a brother who I've always known that I can go to for anything, whether it be advice, inspiration. This man has just helped me from as long as I've known him, since I was a kid, all the way up into adulthood. He's been the same person since day one, someone you could depend on, someone who is trustworthy, someone who is very intelligent. If you do not know this man, make sure you get his information tonight, because this is a man who can definitely help you get to the next level. With that being said, put your hands together for Leonard! Yes, sir.
Some of that shit was lies. So
All facts, man. He's just too humble. He's too humble.
Man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, definitely. And we've been rocking for a while, since my older brother. You know what I mean? So yeah, for sure, man. It's good to be here. I had to come through. I do apologize for, missing and saying I was gonna come and not come. It's been busy. I'm in Brooklyn now. So, and I took a page out of Warren's book and I called out sick. So,
You were
I'm
sick
here
though
now.
last time.
I was definitely sick. I just came back from Mexico, just got married in October.
Yes,
Hey.
congratulations.
Thank you,
I
appreciate it.
appreciate the invite too, bro.
Uh-huh.
Appreciate the invite.
Come on, man. We're not going to do that. Yeah, so, I was really, really sick after coming back. I didn't drink the water. Everybody's saying that. But for some reason, I was just, it was a mess out there. But I had fun
You got
time.
homesick.
Nah, I don't even fuck with New York like that. It was beautiful out there. Now, I just had a good time, man. And I think when I went to the club, after I went to the club, something, who knows? It might have been the Mexiflu in there or something. I don't know what was going on, but I got sick out there. But I'm back now. I'm good, healthy, and it was a fun time, man. I think every couple should experience.
Part of Mexico.
We was in Cancun, so it wasn't really Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't really get to interact
You're like
with
in
the...
DR
with
then.
the
It's like,
That's not right.
anytime I go someplace, I want to really see the town. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to see a little bit of it, but I really want to see how the people live. I want to see, like, what it's like to really be in there and in the trenches, and not even on some, like, show-off stuff, just to see the difference and, like, the people and how they live or what poverty looks like for them. I think here, and especially New York, we get so caught up in being in the hood and being and having poverty. Like, there's places that are really, really fucked up, and some of those places are here in America. Some of these small little places in Georgia and some of these small little places in the South, and you go to these places and some of them have dirt roads. Like, you know what I mean?
100%.
So it's like,
Yeah.
we get caught up in the situations that we are in, but sometimes you gotta look at it and be like, well, at least I got this much. At least I got
Yeah,
this
absolutely.
much.
I was talking about this before, that my parents, they came from Puerto Rico. Like, my father was born in 42, my mom was born in 56. So around that time, it was like the times are different, but they came from poverty. I'm saying they come from poverty, so like, and coming into the projects, that was like a big step, because they actually had. So my mom, my mom was raised in a house, like, and it was like the house was made. You seen it, like you seen it. It was like
I was in them streets.
Yeah, it's a small street. Like I brought it to the section where my mom used to live. Because I have an aunt that owns the land now over there, and then she built the house on that land. But across of it, there was a small section that it was kind of like broken off, but it's dirt floors, right? So that's what my mom grew up on.
Yeah.
It was like dirt flooring, whatever it was, and it was like it was partial brick, and it was tarp. or like it was tarp over it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and that's how a lot of people lived in Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? And take showers once a week. I'm saying, you take showers once a week from water from the well, whatever the case may be. So that's something that's poverty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's poverty. So when you know what I'm saying, and a lot of people come from that, they become very humbled. So like my mom, she'll take pictures from a project window, or whatever. Like you see like beautiful trees, whatever. She take project, like to her it's a big come up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like she came from nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you be grateful for little things. So when people say they come from nothing here, you know what I'm saying, it's like you haven't seen what goes on in other countries.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like Puerto Rico, even we were in Colombia. Like there's certain things that happen in Colombia that's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, trenches is different than other countries, man.
We should do our best to try to explore different areas and different neighborhoods and different countries, and I would love to somehow, maybe when I get a little older, have a program that we can send our youth to these areas. It's the safe part as much as we can, just so they can see that. Because even if something is like when I was planning a wedding and stuff like that, there's so many people, even in my own family, who just didn't have passports, right? So it's like we're not even thinking about traveling, right? And I get it because there's so much going on and it's super expensive here. But like we really do need to see different cultures and different ways of life, especially like what Kevin just said is powerful, and thinking about like, look at the life, like your parents gave you that head start now.
Yeah.
So you don't have to deal with it. And I know you a father too. So I know like that's the same thing that me and you were trying to do with our kids, where it's kind of like, let's give them everything that we didn't have. Right. So my daughter has been more places that I've been, and she's only 15. Right. So, but that's what I want. I'm happy for her to be like, yo, yeah, I've been here. And the only thing is like, and this is just me being petty, there's a time where it's kind of like, okay, you don't appreciate this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you don't really know where I come from. Like, you're used to this.
I think that is like the gift and the curse for us though.
Yeah.
Because it's like we want to do that, but then they do feel entitled, but then it's like then we fuck up because we like, don't you realize what I have to do for this shit?
Yeah, like
it kind of puts us in like a good bad place when we do things like that. I get that 100%. I'm dealing with that right now.
Yeah, man.
Literally right now.
Every day. But it's a beautiful thing to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's dope that I'm able to provide things that I wasn't able to get. Like something as simple as we kind of just as a family against TVs in our rooms. Like we just like, nah, you want to watch TV? Go in the living room. That's the general area. So my daughter even asking like, I want a TV in my room, and I'm just like, I didn't even have a room. Like, you know what I'm saying, to have a TV, and I had to share it with like 4 people. So it's just little things like that where it's like, I think is dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy that we're able to provide that. And everybody's, it seems like everybody that I know from the past is doing relatively well. So I'm happy to see that, So all I can say, man, especially you guys. So I'm just happy that everybody's doing good.
Yeah, thank you for that. And even to build off of that though, right? Like, how do you find that balance of like, I want my kid to understand where I came from, but I also want them to like not have to experience what I went through.
How do you find the balance in that?
Yeah, like because you want to, because to some extent you still expose them to what you've been through, whether it be through stories or bringing them to where you actually grew up, but you don't want them to have those same experiences that you grew up being in wherever it is that you came.
So first, let me ask, Justin, you have a son or a daughter?
I got both.
You got both. Okay.
Yeah, my daughter's 14, my son's 5.
Oh, 14 and 5. Okay, so you just don't use condoms. Is that what we're doing?
I'm good.
Okay, cool. I'm playing.
I'm just saying, being honest.
No, I'm playing with you. All right, but because I was getting ready to say, like, I feel like I don't have a son, but I feel like, and me and my wife always talk about this, like, I would probably raise my son a little bit different, and regardless of it being considered problematic or not, there's a sense of me not wanting my son to be labeled weak or punk or like whatever, right? Just something that I'm kind of like, all right, I got to toughen you up a little bit. So I don't know what that would look like because I don't have a son, but I would definitely have to.
You didn't do that with your daughter, though?
It was different.
What was different?
It's like.
What was different in your eyes?
All right. So what's different is that, like, the idea, like what I picture my son to be is not somebody disrespectful, but somebody who, if you take it there with him, that he's able to respond in a certain way. And with my daughter, it's like I don't even want you in. I don't want you to ever get into a fight. I don't want you to ever. I don't want you to experience these type of people being around you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to remove you from all danger, what
That's
I
the
would consider.
protectiveness of yourself, but you want your son to protect himself.
Exactly, and I feel like with even though they both would be black, I feel like my daughter would run into less things that maybe she didn't warrant, besides like catcalling and shit like that. Whereas my son, just being black, being in the wrong neighborhood, he's gonna run into things that he's gonna have to find ways to navigate. Right, so it's like it will play out different in my opinion. So with my daughter, it was more or less like, all right, I would like for you to, maybe see where I come from, so you know like how far you've came, but I don't necessarily want you outside playing manhunt. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'd rather you do horseback riding lessons, or I'd rather you go take swimming classes, or I'd rather you do stuff that keeps you engaged and keep you in the community. That's a little better. Now, I'm not saying that I won't do that with my son. All I'm saying is that, like, there's a sense of, like, I still want my son to have some sort of exterior that he can block off some of that stuff that comes with being a man.
I agree with you, but I also, like me, I wish my son was older, around like my daughter's age. So like, if anything happens, he's the one that takes care of it.
Yeah.
Like, and I always like, I'm like, damn, like I wish that he was older, and if she had a problem in school, go get him.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
for
Like,
sure.
I always wanted that, but realistically, like, I've always told my daughter, like you gotta be tough. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
like no matter what, like and then my little cousin is always is she's a fighter. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like we make sure that they like. I had to like always tell them like, yo, like if somebody does something, you do something back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I still follow that. Like, I live by that as well. But, and I think we're saying the same things. But what you said with your son was like, damn, if he was older, I would send him. I would not do that with her. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'll be like, Delilah, that's not your. Let him handle it. But if I had a son and it was that dynamic you're talking about, then I might be like, yo, don't be go handle what's the name up there, bro. Because don't let nobody talk to your sister like that. But I'm not gonna send her to handle somebody for him. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's like there's that thing that I just can't shake, and that's just how I see it.
I also think of it too. Like, let's just say how your daughter is
15, yeah.
I think that if you had a son now, you actually grew, right? Mentality wise and everything like that. You're gonna, you want it to be like that, but then again, you also a parent different.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Like, if let's just say hypothetically speaking, you had the boy and the girl either twins or year one after, two after. I think you would kind of parent them kind of similar.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Right, but now, like growing up, like my son is 9 years younger than my daughter. So like I am sitting there parenting him way different than I parented him when I was 21.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying? So it kind of changes your mentality of where you want to go and how you want to do things from now on out.
If I had a kid right now, that kid would probably be a wild Thornberry. Like, I might just not live in New York. I might go travel. I'm dead serious. Like, because I don't like some of the stuff that's being taught in the schools.
No,
I
I
don't like some of the, like,
but that's what I'm scared of too, though, because like when my baby mom when we put him in the school, because my baby mom's a teacher too, so she knows what they're gonna teach or whatever like that. She was like, "What are you gonna do when they start teaching him all this?" Like all the gay stuff and all that stuff, and I had a hard time with it because I don't like what they teaching them. Let me teach them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, give me the opportunity to say something before you say anything. Like I'm okay with that. But I had to go and be like, yo, let me ask you guys a question. Like, how y'all go about this? And then they gave me the answer or whatever. Like, but it was like I'm scared of the generation now because we have no idea what, like, you can't do anything. You don't know if they teaching them boy, girl, he, she, and this stuff like that. Like, it's tough, and I'm so scared for like the younger kids. I think our daughters at this point in time know whether they like boys and girls or they, you know what I'm saying? But like the youngest, they feeding them this information, and it's scary.
for sure. All right. I don't even.
You don't want to get into
I
that?
don't want to get into that any further than than what I have to. You trying to get me canceled? No way. But I would love to hear your thoughts on it because I think it's an important topic, right? It's like as a parent, or some of y'all gonna be future parents. Hopefully, everybody. I think everybody should experience being a parent. How do you guys feel about that? Like you lose a lot of control, especially in those teenage years when your kid is going to school, and for some reason, when your kid is a teenager, it's almost kind of like you are not as smart as their teacher, right? Like it's almost like my teacher said this, and you're just kind of like, I don't.
I be like, it's just dumb as shit.
Yeah, like trust me, like well, my teacher, and it's almost like I'm not gonna battle with you about that. So like, yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to do besides the fact that if I have another kid, I'm gonna raise my kid completely different. Like I'm not gonna be. He or she will be homeschooled. We'll probably travel more. We'll get more experience traveling, learn different languages that way. And I don't know if I'll ever settle down to a place like New York again.
I just wanna rent the RV and just travel like the whole country.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah, that'd be so fire.
I think as far as it comes to schools, I think it's more important now more than ever for parents to be knowledgeable about where their kids are actually going.
Yeah.
I feel like coming up, when we came up, for the most part, like we knew what you were going to learn. You're going to learn math this way, maybe with some minor tweaks, ELA, reading comprehension, science, history, gym, for the most part. It's going to be your schedule. Now it's like the curriculum is still similar in a lot of ways, but the major differences in like what they're teaching you is right and wrong. Like now they're pushing agendas on you, which I feel like before wasn't necessarily like that. But now you have to figure out like if you go into it. Like one time I went to a school to help with grading for the school that I work at, and I saw a pink and white BLM flag. And to me, there's no right and wrong in what your orientation is, but now you're teaching my kid that this is the right way to think. So if I don't agree with that, then I'm wrong. Or if I tell you that flag shouldn't be in school, I'm wrong because now I'm picking a side. And I feel that's what's wrong with school now. So if your school is pushing an agenda, which is a lot of public schools, especially in New York City, in the inner city, you need to be very careful about where you send your kids to school because these agendas that are being pushed now are not, how can I say this? They're not asking parents what they think when they're pushing these agendas. So you think your kid is going in there learning the basic curricula, and they're not.
Well, yeah, so like it all boils down to like people should start listening to legislations that are being pushed by certain politicians, because that's literally what you just mentioned right there. It's in this bill called the Don't Say Gay Act. That parents are not allowed to ask teachers of basically what they're being taught in school. And if they do that, it becomes a discrimination act. You know what I'm saying? Because you're literally insulting a teacher's intelligence off of that. So whatever agenda that's being pushed, right, you can't ask the teacher.
The only problem.
And that's what goes on in public schools right now.
Is this a federal thing or is this?
If you look up the Don't Say Gay Act and look up everything.
Where's that at though? That's not here, right?
It's in the United States.
Oh, the United States.
The whole United States.
Yeah, I remember when it came
But
out.
that's in public schools. So that's why a lot of people are putting their kids in charter schools and private schools, because those things are not. You can control what goes on in the charter school and private schools. You say, that's private schools.
So as of right now, it looks like it's mainly in Florida.
Florida.
It's a Florida thing.
It's a Florida thing.
As of right now.
That's what I thought.
But that's where it starts.
The Don't Say Gay Act.
It's only in Florida.
The Don't Say Gay Act was passed by Biden. It's passed by the Biden administration.
It says in the spring of 2022, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill into
to go against the
into
Don't
law
Say Gay
referred
Act.
to as the Don't Say. Oh, okay.
He went against the Don't Say Gay Act. He put it as a law. He put it as an executive order first, then he made it into law. He went against that. So like those agendas are not going to be pushed in his Florida schools.
So like I agree with you saying, but I also disagree in this sense, right? Like on a day-to-day basis, like I've had this conversation with you multiple times. Like I don't believe like politics run my life.
I agree.
Personally, right?
I don't care about them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But the thing
And I don't
about it
care
is-
about it, right? But what I'm saying is like he's saying that you should know this or whatever like that. But like on a day-to-day basis, I'm not sitting here looking at reading.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So like, but and, like,
And that's most of the population.
So like, believe it or not, so it's this is how it is, and that's all these bills that get passed. It's everybody has access to them, like to see these things. But the thing is that they distract you with watching these TV shows. You watch the news. You watch because the news will give you the briefs of basically what's being pushed, right, or what's being spoken of, but they don't get into full detail, right, of what's really everything. Like remember, like these bills that pass have like 2,000 pages, right? You're not gonna sit there and read 2,000 pages. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lawyers will do it, but you won't sit there and read 2,000 pages. So you get a brief of a breakdown of what they're talking about, what's the good stuff that's in it, but they're not talking about what's the bad stuff that's in it. You know what I'm saying? So of course it's an agenda. So and then the TV shows that come on, right? They push agendas. People have noticed like some TV shows are pushing agendas. So that's what it goes down to, right? So these are indoctrinations that are happening. People get indoctrinated to certain things, and you get distracted by watching these TV shows, watching the news, and then you have sport players that are talking about, like things that you should vote for this, you should do this, whatever. But if you're not listening to the politics behind certain things, but they're telling you to vote for this person, but you don't understand what's the but you think it's a good thing that he's talking about, but you don't see these laws that are being passed from that person. You think that person's a good person.
Or
You know
you
what
just not, I just don't give a fuck.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but you don't get as you.
But like I said, like if I really
Can I
want to
speak?
learn about
Can I
it,
speak?
I will do my due diligence. You've been talking the whole time.
Yeah, because you hate when I speak on these things.
No, I'm just
because you
saying.
don't understand.
I don't care to understand. That's the difference, right?
But you don't.
It doesn't bother me.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
But at the end of the day, but when you don't care about it, you don't have to care about it. You actually don't have to care about it. That's what makes America beautiful. You could do what the fuck you want, right? You don't have to care about it. But in the end, right? If you don't know about it and it gets pushed and then you start to complain about certain things that are happening, well, this is stuff that people were talking about for a while. And if you were just actually paying attention, we would not be going through this. But people don't want to pay attention to it until it's too late, and then it starts affecting. But if it doesn't affect you right then and there, you choose not to care, which is fine. But when it starts to affect you, then we've been talking about it for X amount of time. If you would have listened, this would not be happening. That's all it goes down to. That's like listen, everybody grabs their own interests. Everybody grabs their own interests. Like some people want to sit there and watch football, right? Watch basketball. You could do all that. It doesn't bother, but understand that everything is a purpose, right? These are things that are created, and like they even like in ancient times from years ago, like not ancient times from years ago, they used sports to literally distract you from actual things that are happening. You know what I'm saying? And then they have these top celebrities, athletes to talk about. They pay these like LeBron James. They pay LeBron James to talk about vote for Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? They paid him for that. Of course, you know what I'm saying? But you think it's a great thing for you to vote for the guy, but then you don't see the laws he's passed. You don't know the laws he's passing. And then when they show you the videos, because the news is not talking about it, right? They show you the videos he's talking about, and then you think, oh, that's fake. He's talking about something else there. You know what I'm saying? Because the agenda was pushed that he's the great guy. He's the good guy, but he's not really the good guy. You know what I'm saying? That's just, all I'm saying is that, what it boils down to, what I'm saying is that, people complain when it happens, but before it does happen and we bring it to the attention, nobody wants to pay attention to the situation until it's too late. That's it.
I hear you. I agree. I think y'all both make good points. I also don't pay much attention to it, nor do I care to. But yeah, when it gets passed, it affects you, But I think that's why you have to kind of take control, and I think that's what Justin was saying, of your bubble. And it's like if you need to know what school you're going to send your kid to, and you need to know what they're teaching in there. You need to know what their if it goes against what you believe in, then send them someplace else, or try to get into someplace else, or homeschool them, or like find other options. Because honestly, I feel like even if we were paying attention, it probably wouldn't change much. Like, I feel like if they want to pass something, they're gonna get it through. They're gonna get it through. They're gonna find a way to get it through.
Like, listen, eventually they'll find their ways. They find their niche to get through. So what happens is, like, that's what I said. Like, these legislations that pass, they have like 2,000 pages. Like, all right, so like, let's say if they say that you get every American citizen gets $1 million, right? This is in the new bill, let's say, right? Every American citizen gets $1 million, and everybody gets $1 million. Everybody gets free health insurance. Everybody. This is the new bill, but it's somewhere in that bill, Ukraine is getting $100 billion. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere in that bill, but you're not reading that because you're reading all the good stuff that are happening right here. But now you're like, damn, this is a massive issue because now these motherfuckers get $100 billion. You know what I'm saying? So that's like, but that's what gets pushed into these things. So if you're not reading these laws that are being passed, they put it under a different name that you're not seeing. So if you like say like the law is called "Don't Say Gay," right? Now if you're against it, "Don't Say Gay," you sound like it's a hate crime. You sound like yo, like F that law, F that bill. That they do it in a really smart way, you know. So when some people are saying FBLM, right? FBLM, that's what people are. Some people would choose to say. But that comes down to it is that you say that you sound racist. But in reality, you know what's behind BLM. I'm saying if you do the research, you know like a lot of that stuff that they were talking about is scams because nobody's seen finances from them. Like they literally made a whole thing that they made profits, but nobody else ate from it. You know what I'm saying? So
Not gonna lie to you, them niggas gave everybody $1 million. Nobody would give a fuck that they gave them niggas $100 billion. Nobody, like, that's what I'm saying. Nobody would care.
If they gave everybody $1 million, it wouldn't even be $1 million.
Exactly. It'd be
Yeah.
like, but
But
nobody
that's what
would
I'm
care. But that's what they see. Oh yeah, I got $1 million.
but that's what I'm saying. So like, but
Yeah,
like,
when they
care.
go to the store and a bacon, egg, and cheese is
It's
like
like
25K.
yeah.
Now they tight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but you know, certain things that come with inflation, come with mass inflation because taxation is robbery. To me, taxation is theft. You know what I'm saying that's just, it's robbery.
We founded a whole country off of beef over taxes, bro. Like,
Yeah, over tea. The Tea Party, the Boston Tea Party. We went to war over tea, taxing tea, and now they taxing everything.
That was the last straw.
Nigga said, nah, you can take my horse. But my fucking tea, nigga? Nah.
Started flipping tables in that bitch.
Over tea. The Boston Tea Party.
But I think overall, I think the biggest gaping hole as a teacher is that
Gaping hole.
Nah, it's just I looked at Justin and Justin's face, bro.
anyway, the biggest gaping hole with the whole school thing is that parents don't know their rights, and parents don't know what to look for, and parents really sadly don't have a lot of them don't have the time or the resources to figure out the best schools to send their kids to. So in most scenarios, the best case is just the zone school because it's right there. They could drop them off early, go to work, do whatever they got to do. A lot of the kids that are going to these good schools, a lot of them getting on the train at 6 a.m., 6:15, 6:30, getting to school by 8 o'clock. They're there from 8 to 5:30, 6 o'clock. They're getting home at 7. Gotta do all their homework, all the night activities, brush their teeth, wash it, all that stuff, then go to bed. It comes with a lot to send these kids to some of these good schools. So
What was that school that you played that you said it was like for 15,000 a month or something like that?
we played Horace Mann.
Remember? And
Horace Mann was I forgot what the
They
tuition
got a
was.
shady past too.
Horace Mann?
Yeah, yeah,
Word?
yeah. Look them up.
Oh, shining up.
Horace Mann's all the stuff is in their history, but it's a very elite school.
Yeah, so we played them, and they have to that point, it is a very elite school. A lot of people that you see, maybe celebrities and stuff like that are from this area probably sent their kids there. It's one of those type of schools, and they pay a lot of money for tuition. But the point that I was making was a lot of parents don't have those options. So you're going with the best that you are aware of that you could do, and the zone school 9 times out of 10, depending on where you are, is not good enough.
It's not, and the zone school is the simple option. It's the I don't have to research option, but it's also and a lot of people will blame the parents. But as somebody who, all of us adults working, all the stuff that we got to do, it's almost planned out that you don't have time to do it. You know what I'm saying? If you just think about just your day-to-day life as a parent, with no extra stuff in it, most people don't have enough time to even cook for their kids or to have enough time to all eat together at a dinner table. It's like, oh, just hurry up and eat and do your homework while you're eating. And then after that, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like the whole system is set up in a way where you just don't have time, which is what Kevin was saying, to kind of learn about this stuff, nor do you care because I got other stuff I got to get myself into. Right. So, like, I'm sorry, I don't have the biggest concern about a new law that most likely won't affect me until I get to a certain point, right? So I feel like a lot of the times with some of these laws or some of these things that's put into place, it usually, for now, in my opinion, affects very, very poor people in poverty and very, very rich people. Like a lot of the people in the middle, we don't see a lot of it right away, right? So we just keep going about our life. Next thing you know, then you see like, oh, they doing this now? Like you didn't even realize that that's going on. So yeah, I mean, I would love to get more involved and know more about it, but I got so much stuff I'm doing. I really don't care to know.
Not to get off subject, man, but you know who he looks like right now? You ever watch 8 Mile?
Yes, I watch 8 Mile.
Like Eminem and 8 Mile right now.
B-Rabbit?
Oh my God, man.
B-Rabbit. B-Rabbit.
No, I'm definitely you look at Eminem and 8 Mile right now.
So you gonna battle him?
Yeah, look at the head bob and everything.
Oh my God. Can I just say too, you go back and watch some of these movies, they are terrible. Like as an adult, like you can go back and watch.
Wait, are you putting 8 Mile in that category?
I never liked 8 Mile, so I don't want to. Yeah, I never really liked 8 Mile. I thought it was decent. It was okay.
Man, you got served this dog shit, and you can't convince me otherwise. But it was still a good movie.
It is very hard.
Nah, a lot of those shits are so bad.
Nigga, Goonies is my favorite movie, and that shit is terrible. That shit is terrible, bro.
That shit is horrible.
Man, that shit is a horrible movie.
The acting is horrible.
But I love that movie. I love that movie.
The acting is horrible in Goonies.
Now, you know, when this came out, I was really in my, this is the scariest movie ever. And I watched it as an adult, and I was like, what was I thinking?
What was I scared of?
The Blair Witch Project? You know what I'm saying? I thought that shit was so fire when I was younger. I watched it as an adult.
I was scared.
What is this? Like, who?
Just running with a
Just
camera.
running in the fucking woods.
That Survivor the Churches for real.
The Blair Witch Project. I never even.
I was more scared playing the game than I was watching
They had
the
a
movie.
game?
Yeah.
They had a game, yeah. I think it came out recently too, like a few years ago.
You never saw the Blair Witch Project?
No.
Oh, don't watch it now. But when it came out,
Don't watch it.
it was fire.
I mean, well, it will be his first time, so we don't know
Yeah,
what.
but he's an adult.
Yeah,
That's like watching it or fucking Hellraiser as a kid and then watching it as
Like
an
a
adult.
cameraman, like running around.
Yo, they convinced us that shit was real.
Yeah, like I was like, damn, you really never saw him again.
Nah, you know what's crazy?
I saw them on TRL, man. Like, what they doing at MTV?
Nah, you know,
Starship Troopers is the best, corniest movie ever.
I was about to say,
you know a movie that wasn't scary, but like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Okay.
Right? So I wasn't scared of that movie at all. But at the end of the movie, it says based on a true story. And like I'm like, based on a true story, then it says like they never caught the guy. I'm like, all right, nah, this motherfucker's probably in the theater with me right now watching this movie.
Yeah. The based on a true story ones always get me. Those are the ones that
because it wasn't scary watching it, but when it said based on a true story, I'm like, and they never caught him. I'm like, nah, is he still alive?
Yeah, man. Watch some of those movies that you thought was fire as a kid.
You're making me think about some movies. Right now.
All right, what's your top 3 best bad movies?
Best bad movies.
Best bad movies that y'all could watch.
Damn, that's tough.
That I could watch.
Yeah, that you could still watch. Like he said, like Goonies. You said, like that's a bad movie, but he likes
Give me
it.
2 more.
Shit. I said 2 already, actually. I said you got served in.
Oh, yeah. All right, 1 more.
Shit, I don't know. Fucking Baby Boy.
I was about to say that.
Yeah. Baby Boy's pretty bad.
I swear to God,
Baby Boy's pretty bad.
I was thinking Baby Boy just now.
I don't think Baby Boy's bad.
Baby Boy's pretty fucking bad. Tyrese's acting is horrible. The girl's acting is horrible. Like, Baby Boy's pretty fucking bad. It's a classic, but it's fucking bad.
Omar Gooding was in Wild and Crazy Kids. I can't even see. I couldn't even take him serious like he'd be a gangster in the movie.
Hold on, baby. No, Omar.
was a Wild and
Oh
Crazy
yeah,
Kids.
he was. He was the friend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the dude. Yeah.
He was on Nickelodeon.
Was he?
Yeah.
He was a straight LA gangster, man. What
I
you talking about?
couldn't take the movie serious. I'm like, why is he so mean here?
Yo,
That one scene.
what is your favorite bad movies to watch, man?
Damn, I was definitely
Send it, put it in the chat.
Baby Boy was doing your
Man,
one time.
that one scene where Snoop rolls up to shoot at this nigga
Oh my
and he
God.
sees him, that is the most horrible put together transitional scene I've ever seen, bro. Like, that shit is bad, bro. Like, oh my
See,
God.
all right. So y'all name it. All right, that's the thing. Like, I get in the trenches and really watch bad movies just to laugh. So the movies y'all naming to me is like those are not bad movies. Like you want
You be watching Tubi movies and shit?
Tubi movies are terrible. I don't go. Like, but there's other movies I watch. I'm like, all right, like the worst hood movie ever is Killer Season.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yo, swear to God, I was gonna say that right there. Yo, that's Killer
terrible.
Season. Yo, bro, that shit, it's a funny movie.
It's
It's
terrible,
funny.
man.
It's funny as shit. But like, yo, bro, it was supposed to be based on like some gangster shit.
Yeah,
but
it was
I see
terrible.
nothing about gangster in that shit. That shit was, yo, I'm dead serious.
Yeah, Killer Season is terrible. So those are the type of
And part
bags
2 was
I'm in.
worse.
I didn't even know it was a part
All
two.
part 2 is
neither.
always worse.
I didn't even know it was a
Killer
part two.
Season 2?
I can't do part 2. I won't do it to myself.
What else? Give me 2 more.
Killer Season was a good one.
Oh my God, I don't know. It's like I'm trying
It's
to
funny
think.
because I'm thinking like, yo, what's the name of that camera movie?
Killer Season, it was terrible. He had another movie that was kind of bad called Percentage too.
I
That was
don't know
bad,
about
but
that
it ain't as bad as Killer Season. Damn, I really don't know because
Yeah, I'm stumped right now.
like I said, I really go deep into the trenches. There's another movie that's pretty bad, but I know nobody probably saw it. It's in the Caucasian world. It's called The Room. So this movie is so bad that
Oh, I saw that.
they made a movie about how bad the movie was. Yeah, so like The Room is terrible, and there's another movie, I don't know the name of it, with Hoops from Flavor of Love. The Queen, that shit is terrible. Like,
Why are you watching those?
that's what I'm saying. I'll be in these type of bags. Like I be in the crib. Like, let me see.
Niggas, I be in these type of
everybody's talking about,
bags.
so
Niggas say, yo, let me
everybody's
just-
talking about Tubi. Tubi is known to be bad. Go to Amazon Prime and just scroll through shit. You be like, damn, what is this? Let me try
there's
this
a lot of
out.
bad
There's a lot of
Nah,
bad
they low-key
movies.
got some fire, but they low-key got a lot of ass, too. Like, I be finding some fire movies on Amazon Prime sometimes, but then other times, that should just be ridiculous, bro.
I can't think of no movie.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, man. Damn, son.
I can't think of nothing.
I was
like,
going to say Step Brothers.
Nah,
Step
Step
Brothers
Brothers is fire.
Nah, that, yeah,
Step Brothers.
Step
Step Brothers is fire.
Yo, you know, I don't like any one of his movies besides that.
Old School's funny too.
Yeah, I like Old School.
Old School's funny
Those
too.
two.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't think Will Ferrell's movies were funny
Will Ferrell.
until I started to get older and like.
Will Ferrell is not. He's not extremely funny. He just does dumb shit. I'm like, yo, like, why? Why? I'm saying, so it's like he's not a. But if you listen to him, he's not funny. I'm saying you just gotta put yourself like into the movie, like get into the movie, and you start seeing his character. Then you be like, yo, this guy's a clown.
I agree. It's his delivery. It's the way that
It's
he
delivery.
acts.
Yeah, but he
reacts
did
to
a lot of movies like Anchorman.
He did a lot.
What was the name of that movie with him and Mark
Nigga,
Wahlberg?
Anchorman was funny.
I didn't really. It
What's
was
that movie
alright
with
for
him
me.
and Mark Wahlberg?
I don't know that.
That
when
movie
he's
was funny.
he's the stepdad.
Yeah, he's a stepdad.
It was alright.
That movie was funny. That movie was funny.
Like the shit where he was doing skating.
Yeah.
I didn't even find none of those funny.
No, it's like I said, he's not a funny person. He just does dumb shit. That's all it is. Just does dumb shit. So it's like the delivery of it, but it's just not a funny person. Now, like funny people would be like Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill is funny. I'm saying like that. Like
I really feel like they all
he
in the
made,
same category.
he made Wolf of Wall Street a funny fucking movie.
What you got?
Chirac.
I didn't even see it. That's that Spike Lee
That,
shit.
yeah, the one with Nick Cannon.
Yeah, I
The
didn't see that shit.
musical.
Yes, Chirac, the
I
musical.
couldn't finish it.
I never even seen that.
Terrible.
Wait,
Never seen that?
It was a musical.
It was a musical.
With Nick Cannon was the gangster.
About like Chicago shit.
Yes.
I think Wesley Snipes was in it too.
Right?
Like drill, like drill shot, right?
Chirac drill music. Yes,
They
bro.
made a high school musical.
Y'all never seen that?
Chirac, nah.
I
This
couldn't
had to come out in like 2012,
That shit came out
2013.
bad long ago.
I remember it coming out.
don't think it came out
Nick
that
Cannon
long
was
ago.
the
Nah,
Nick Cannon was the
musical got
lead.
it.
Nick Cannon was the gangster.
Nick Cannon was the gangster in that shit.
Nah,
Yeah, straight
musical
gang
got
member
it.
from Chirac, man. Shout out to Nick Cannon, man, doing his thing. Yeah, that movie was
Samuel
terrible.
Jackson was in this shit. What the
Oh, that
fuck
shit
wrong
was
with him?
crazy. 2015.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes.
Snipes, Nick Cannon, Samuel, John Cusick, Angela Bassett,
Dave
Tiana,
Chappelle?
I don't know who Tiana Paris is.
And the premise was goofy. It was
Jennifer Hudson. That shit was crazy, bro. That was a bad movie.
It was dumb. It was like
That was
if they
a bad
don't stop killing each other, we're gonna withhold sex until they put their
Right,
guns.
like,
in.
Oh,
It was
what
like,
was that dumb shit? Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely putting Chirac up there.
Chirac is terrible.
Somebody said The Wedding Crashers. You think so?
Never seen that.
You never seen Wedding Crashers?
I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's
Wedding
that's
Crash wasn't bad.
I don't think it's that bad.
Oh, okay. I like The Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, I like the Wedding Crashers.
Soul Plane.
Soul Plane is pretty bad. Soul Plane is terrible.
Horrible.
Movie.
Soul Plane is
Plane
bad.
and
A lot of
hydraulics.
Snoop Dogg movies are horrible.
Snoop is in that too?
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah,
Snoop is in
Yeah,
that.
nigga that died
Yeah.
eating the shrooms.
Yeah. What's the other movie when he was a
Now, how you got all that-
vampire or something? What's
Oh, Vampire in Brooklyn?
nah? When Snoop Dogg, what's the Bones? Is it,
Bone.
oh my god!
He was a vampire.
Yeah, like
Nice.
Vampire in Brooklyn is terrible too, but
So
Bones.
he had a lot of horrible movies, bro.
Yeah.
Snoop is.
Eddie Murphy should not be playing a vampire. That was crazy. That was nuts, man. There's some real
Alright, so
nasty
Do
movies.
you do video too, or you just do
No.
photography?
Just
Oh, okay.
photography.
'Cause I was gonna ask you, do you look at like movies differently because you do-
Absolutely. Now I do photography. Like with certain movies, my fault, Kev, I know you're gonna say something. Like I'm starting to notice lighting now. You know what really impresses me? Like one shot, like one takes.
Yo.
Like I'm noticing a lot of when
whole
I know,
scene
yeah,
just niggas
no
is
cuts.
turning and
Like I'm
moving
like,
and
yo,
what-
that's
I love those
crazy.
scenes.
So like I'm starting to notice that, especially with like the lighting and I'm noticing one takes. And I do look at movies a little bit different now that I'm doing photography, because I know how hard it is to get certain lighting, especially in certain areas. And if you ever see, there's a lot of movies that are shows that get shot around Lower East Side in those parks, Tompkins, and yeah. So you see them and they got like scrims up and people walking with lights holding up above the and it's like just to get no shadows on a
I remember
person's face.
I saw J. Cole doing a music video there. This is like when he was shooting that, I forgot the name of the song, Lost Ones. He was shooting Lost Ones at the Lower East Side. He said that this is before he had a dollar dream. Motherfucker was signed already. But this is being real. But when we were shooting that, but he had like all these camera lights and everything. This was on the Lower East Side. He had the camera lights and everything. He had everything, so people was walking around with that shit. That's the same thing when I seen Drake and Rihanna. You know what I'm saying they had the camera lights and everything, so like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. I'm starting to notice
and the shade locations too.
Yeah, and
Back
even
blocks.
you too, JT. You might even notice too. Sometimes like you can notice the lens. You can be like, oh, that's a 50. Oh, that's a wide angle. Like you'll start to notice certain things about it, and
Right.
you know it adds to the viewing experience. But you know, if it's a bad movie, it's a bad movie. Like
Yeah, you
Shout
can
out-
have all the best technology in the world and still have a bad. That was Chirac. It's
Chirac
Spike Lee.
was terrible.
Yeah, Spike Lee.
Do you look at it differently though?
Of course, absolutely. There's just certain things that like you can see that the average person can't. Like even when you watch like I'm trying to think what time I noticed it. Was it Power? I don't remember. I remember watching something and be like, all right, that was terrible.
Yeah.
They could have did that way better with the technology that they have now. Like it's crazy. It might have been Power.
One
I
of the
don't
biggest things I hated about Power was how they always found parking.
Yeah, New York, you can never find parking.
Y'all make me sick. Nah,
Yo,
Yeah.
how he drove to the Heights and found parking.
Yo, people triple park there, bro.
Yeah,
they
that's-
park on the sidewalk
I'm
strip,
familiar
and
with
then
the
they got
Heights.
the.
That's why I knew that shit was like wild fake.
I like Power. Power does have a lot of things that you notice.
Wait, what?
when you,
Like
when you do photography or videography, you do notice a lot. Power. It almost feels like sometimes they're in a rush. Like it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, did they have something to do after? Did they not rent the space out for long enough? Like, you know what I mean? Because it's like sometimes you see stuff and it's kind of like, why did they do that? Or why did they not fix that? You know, but I think Power, the Raising Kanan one, they do a good job at their filter to make it look old. They do a really good job at that.
I think that since we started like really looking at things Saturday from the last weekend, because I watch a lot of like shows and stuff like that, and I started to look like, goddamn, there's mad people there now. Like I started to look at it differently since we got insight. It's tough. It's tough. I don't want to say it on live. I'll say it later.
I got like scenes from Killer Season playing in my head right now. It's making me laugh, bro.
Oh God,
crazy.
when Cameron spit on the kid's head.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, man.
Like I wish they had like a BTS like a behind the scenes just like movie about how they filmed it. Cause it had to just be a nigga with like one camera, no lights, there was no script. It was just like
just
pulling up. All right, this is the scene. Y'all doing this. Blah 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 blah. They did it in one take. Everybody went home. They might have filmed that whole movie in like 2 days.
That movie's terrible.
Like that's how bad it was. Like they could have filmed that whole movie in probably 2 days and just had a great editor.
And I was young when that came out, like sort of young, and I remember like Purple Haze. Like I remember I was like a Cameron fan, and I was like, damn, this is bad. I can't even defend this. Like,
State Property 2.
Ooh.
All right, why you keep going in the 2 bag? I didn't even know they had a State Property 2.
Yeah, Jay-Z's on it.
Oh no, I did see. Yeah, when he was like with he was in it, but he was like always in near a car or something, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't even know. I remember, yeah, State Property 2.
Property, State Property 1. I mean, like the editing was horrible in that movie, but I mean, like I can enjoy the storyline. State Property 2, it was a reach. And Barbershop, I hated Barbershop.
You hated Barbershop?
I hated Barbershop.
I can't say hate.
Barbershop.
Nah.
I hated Barbershop.
Wow. I can't say.
That's tough. The reason why Ice Cube movies in general to me are solid is because I feel like they have good plots.
Yeah, they do.
Like that's to me is what key. You don't think so?
I do. I think that like I think he doesn't know when to stop though. like Barbershop is good, but then after like.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 of them.
It's
yeah,
like,
need that.
what are you doing? Like,
The same
Are
shit
we
we did
there
with
yet?
those.
Are we done
with
yet?
Friday?
I was about to say that shit. No, are we dead?
Oh,
yeah,
we there yet?
that was too much.
Friday After Next was trash.
Yeah, I don't like Friday After Next.
Nah.
It
Friday
doesn't make
After
the
Next?
it doesn't make
Friday
the
After
bad
Next is
list,
trash.
but I
Wait,
don't like it.
Friday After Next is the one when they
That was the Christmas one.
With the Christmas one when they were
Yeah.
trying to get
Cruise.
Santa.
Yeah.
That's not that bad.
That shit was trash. That next Friday was funny. Friday was funny, but Friday After Next.
Nah, that probably was the worst one.
That was the worst
Yeah,
one.
I don't think that was the worst one, but I don't think that was horrible.
It was horrible.
I don't think it's horrible, but I don't like it.
And to me, and every Will Smith movie is horrible.
All right.
Except for
Stop
fucking
it.
Yo, you
Cut it
wild.
out.
every Will
Yo,
Smith
you
movie is
wild.
horrible. Except for Ali.
You bought Jada's book? You bought Jada's book, didn't you? I see what you doing.
No, I never liked Will Smith. I never liked him.
Every Will
Every
Smith
Will Smith movie is hard. I hate Bad Boys. I hate
What?
fucking Men in Black. I got talked about this before. I hate all his movies. I don't like him as an actor. I only liked him on Fresh Prince, and I liked him on Ali. That's it. That's it.
Actually, Wild Wild West was dog shit.
Wild Wild West is bad.
Yeah, that was a bad.
But Will Smith has some decent movies, though. We're not going to do that.
Who's your favorite actor?
My favorite actor. I don't really necessarily have one. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I do like Lorenz Tate. I think Lorenz Tate, he don't get the credit he deserves.
He doesn't.
He be killing these roles. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I don't really necessarily have one. But it's not Will Smith. But I don't think that.
Who's in your
all
top
his
3 then?
movies Are probably gonna be Denzel. I gotta throw a Anglo-Saxon in there. Hold on, let me think.
Throw Adam Sandler in there. You'll be all right.
Anglo-Saxon is crazy.
Let me think.
Nah, you said that shit so serious too.
So they gotta throw an Anglo-Saxon in there. Fuck.
Anglo-Saxon.
Can't racist out here. Shit.
I don't know, man. I can't name. I don't know. I can't name 3. I can't name. You looking through. He got some Pursuit of
Nah, he
Happiness.
got mad
Come
good
on, man.
movies.
Pursuit of Happiness is fire.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't like any of his movies. man.
Independence Day, you don't like Independence Day?
man.
I Am Legend is dope.
Men in Black, Hitch.
Enemy of State is very underrated.
Enemy of State is fire.
That shit is
didn't like it
fire.
either.
You would like Enemy of State.
It's dope.
Watch it again.
I watched it for 20 minutes, but I didn't like it.
Watch the whole thing.
Come on,
I didn't like how it started.
You know who? Oh, Jamie Foxx is dope too. He might be up there. Jamie Foxx. He's
Jamie Foxx has more better movies than Will Smith.
Hell no.
That's wild.
Oh my God. I don't know about that. Like, what is your Jamie? What do you? Is it Held Up? Like, what movies are you referring to?
What movies?
You gotta have Ray in there.
Huh?
Gotta have Ray.
Ray is in there. You
You
have
gotta
to.
have
Let's
Ray.
see
in
what
there.
he.
Hold on, I'm trying to think of like a Jamie Foxx movie right now.
So you just
The
said it
fact
without
that you
even
can't even
having
think
movies
about
in
it?
You just said it without even thinking.
I
Okay.
can tolerate Jamie Foxx more than I can tolerate Will Smith.
Yo.
Tolerating Will Smith is
I
just a
can
crazy
tolerate
sentence.
Martin Lawrence more than I can tolerate Will Smith.
Soul was fire.
Will Smith got some
Django.
Django. Oh, we talking about
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx? Oh yeah, Django is. I watched that recently. That shit is fire. Like,
Right. That
It's
shit's fire.
come on, man. He killed that.
Think.
I got you.
But he doesn't. I don't think he has better movies than Will Smith. I think he has like maybe 3 good movies.
It's him. I can't watch Will Smith movies, but I just never liked him as an actor.
So who do you like as an actor? Let me throw that
Me-
question back at you.
Rock with Denzel, of course. Denzel actually got Gladiator 2 coming out next year. So we're looking forward to that.
Man, we ain't asked that shit, cuz. I said, man, we ain't asked that shit, cuz. Who your favorite
Just
actor,
answer the
bro?
question.
Denzel is number 1 on my list. Then I got who else I got? I'm gonna throw in Mark Wahlberg.
Okay.
The Mark Wahlberg movie. He's good. And Leonardo DiCaprio.
What?
Okay, that's decent.
Sam
Leonardo
Wahlberg's pretty good.
DiCaprio?
I like
Leo's
those
nice,
3.
and he been around for dummy long.
I like those 3. I don't.
Okay.
I think
Like he been around since a kid, and he's been a good actor.
Yeah,
I
he's
get that, but
he's been
who
killing.
watches his
Leonardo
movies?
DiCaprio has not had one
Alright.
one whack movie.
All right, don't do that.
What?
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Because we could pull
Romeo
some
and
shit
Juliet is not a good movie.
up.
Like, well, let's just start there. Like he's good. I don't think Mark Wahlberg is in that category though. I think he's good, but I don't know if he's
I mean, I like comedy movies, and he does comedy movies.
okay.
Saying so, I like comedy, but like as far as like drama movies, Denzel got it. You know what I'm saying Denzel got it with the
Nah,
drama.
that nigga
movies.
did mad movies, bro.
No, he didn't.
Oh. How many is that? That's like 30 movies.
No, this is not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7, 14, 21, 28,
Leonardo?
30,
Third, yeah,
He been doing
30.
movies since '92 at least.
91.
Yeah, no, before that,
All right, so then if you're going by that logic, then fucking Samuel L. Jackson's the god of movies.
Samuel L. Jackson is a great actor. He's a great actor. He's not in my top 3 though, but he's a great actor.
Wow.
He is a good actor. He is good, but he also
He's not better than Denzel though.
You sure about
I'm
that?
positive.
like-
He's not better than
I don't
Denzel.
know
I feel
about
like-
that.
Later half of Samuel Jackson's career, he's been a gimmicky actor. If that makes
Well, I
sense.
mean, he got
like
signed
on
to
some
the
Ice Cube
Avengers.
shit.
After Snakes on the Plane.
Maybe actually.
After that, it's just where he
that's
became-
when the motherfuckers really took off.
Exactly. He's like,
I can watch
motherfucker, that's what I'm saying.
I can watch Samuel L. Jackson. The guy's hilarious. I'm saying I love his movies, bro. It's just not my top 3.
And I think the Marvel shit put him on a different
You got
like,
Shaft.
Shaft is fire.
Shaft is a great movie.
You got
Shaft is
Coach
The old
Carter.
Shaft or the new Shaft? The old Shaft, right?
the old shit.
The old Shaft.
Old Shaft
yeah.
is fire.
Let's see. What else? Chirac.
come on, man. That brings his ring down.
He was in Django.
Oh, he was in Django.
He was in Django.
I ain't
So was
never seen no
Leonardo.
go on a horse.
He was. So
So
was
was
Leonardo.
Leonardo. All them niggas was in that.
Kill Bill, The
You
Incredibles,
can't
Coach
add
Carter.
all the fucking Marvel movies. He's in all of them. Shit.
He was in both Shafts.
He was in the new one?
I guess so. They got
Yeah,
him.
he was in.
Probably for like
He was
a
like
like,
a
it
cameo or
wasn't
some shit?
featuring him.
Nah, he was in it quite often because he was
Damn, how many
introducing
movies he
the
was in?
newer
Juice.
Shaft, his son.
Oh, okay.
So
Innocent
he was-
Society.
I didn't see it. That's fire though.
Do the Right Thing. Coming to America. Yo, y'all not fucking with Samuel, bro. Leave,
Nah, we really not.
leave that man alone, bro. Don't make
But you
Samuel
can't
come
name
outside.
movies
Bro.
where he was like he has
He's
to be
not
the
a better
main
actor
character,
than Denzel, though, bro.
What you mean?
He's not a
He
better
has
actor.
to be the main character.
like or at least a very big focal point.
Shaft.
Most of these shits, he is though. I say he dumb.
So, do you think that Sam Jackson? Do you think Sam Jackson has more range than Denzel?
No.
I feel like Sam Jackson plays a plethora of characters, and I feel like Denzel usually stays in a pocket.
The good guy, the bad guy, the one that can. He's the equalizer all the time.
He's the he's the equalizer. Yeah, like I don't know. Like I feel like Sam could get in different pockets. Like I don't think that Denzel. I think he's the best at what he does. He's gonna give you that emotion, that drama.
He's a Tom Brady.
Denzel is known to go off script and do crazy shit that makes the movie a lot more entertaining than what it is. A lot of literally almost 98% of his films, he goes off script.
Who?
Denzel. He goes off script. He goes off script and he does it. Yo, I'm dead serious.
You was there, Kev?
Listen, man.
You can tell.
You was there, Kev?
I don't know. I'm not saying you wrong or right. I gotta do my Google. I don't know, man. Like,
98%.
you got a lot of information about
98% of his movies, he doesn't even
This
listen to
nigga
the
thought he was
script.
all wild out.
No, he follows the script, and then he creates his
get
whole
what
character
you're saying.
and goes completely off script and does. Like you could tell the shit he does. I'm like, that's not supposed to be in the film.
Okay, so you're just saying that because you feel like he goes, or you don't have any concrete, you ain't read it
Nah,
nowhere.
man, but you could tell that's what he does. But
98%, but you can tell, bro. Like, you just tell, bro.
like you watch it, if you actually watch the movie and you see like the
said
face
that's
of him, like,
cat.
oh, what the I'm saying? Like you
Nigga
can
said
tell.
that's cat.
Well, to shoot Kev some bail, Spike Lee is on record saying that he did that in Malcolm X, where there was a scene when Denzel was speaking to the people as if he was Malcolm X, and they don't know where that shit came from. Like it wasn't like the speech that he gave. And Spike Lee said it was so phenomenal. We didn't even stop him. We just let him go, ramble. Well, preach, talk, and then he probably did it for I don't remember the duration of time, but it was way more than what we saw in the movie. So.
And Spike Lee let Nick Cannon do it in Chirac, and that ain't work out.
Yeah, you can't bat 1,000 in movies, man. You can't bat 1,000.
Like I said, they talked about it. They talked about it behind the scenes in Training Day. He did it in Training Day. Malcolm X, he's done it. He's done it in American Gangster. You know what I'm saying?
Man, what if them
did
niggas
that
is
in
lying, Kev?
Huh?
What if they
did
lying?
that- yeah,
What if
Training-
they just
Training
building
Day.
hype?
You said that.
What about
No, Training Day, they did that.
What about Forrest Whitaker?
His
He a
wife just
sleeper.
passed too.
Yo, it's
His
tough
wife just passed today.
because
Yes, she did.
as
God
I've
bless.
gotten older, like when I was younger, I did not realize he has a brother. So now, as I'm older, it's
Forrest
very
Whitaker.
tough to know which movies Forrest Whitaker was actually in.
Wait, what? He had a brother?
That looks just fucking like him, bro.
I think he has two
He
brothers.
got he got the same eye?
One of them look exactly like him.
He got the same eye?
Yeah,
I'm
I
not gonna
think so.
answer that, but one of them look
name?
exactly like him.
Bro, it's something.
Nah.
Something Whitaker. He has Damon Whitaker and Ken Whitaker.
Bro, them niggas look just like him.
One of them look
Nah.
really close to.
One got the left eye, one got the right, one got the five.
Oh, this one.
Chill out.
I don't know which one that is.
Oh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And now it's very hard to know who was in what movie.
Damn, son.
I gotta see this.
Now you gotta look at their eyes.
That's crazy.
Nigga, I wasn't paying attention to that as a kid.
Right.
Damn, that's.
Forrest Whitaker.
You gonna look at my man eye?
Who's your top 3 Anglos?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't be getting in the Anglo bag too much, but there's some good ones out there. I would say that, I guess.
Nah, I fucks with Adam Sandler, man. He puts his peoples on. That's why.
I do like Adam Sandler.
No matter what, he has the same people all the time.
He does.
I fucks with that.
I like Adam Sandler's joint. I don't know, man.
Me
It's just-
neither. I can't.
This is his brother?
Name 3.
I can't.
yeah, like I probably can, but I don't think they'll be up there.
Nigga, this is not Forrest Whitaker, bro.
Speaking of Forrest Whitaker, a bad movie was
Nigga said they got the same
Same
eye.
eye issue.
Phone booth?
Phone Booth was a bad movie.
Oh, that was one. That was he was just in the phone. They had a gun on him.
That
They
was,
had
that was a bad movie.
horrible.
That was a bad movie. Interesting plot, but bad movie. That was a bad movie.
You ever seen The Platform?
Yes.
On Netflix? I like that movie.
Yes, you talking about the one with the food comes
Yeah,
down?
but it could have been so much better. I think they just didn't do a lot with that. That shit could have been.
I think that was the purpose of it, though.
To
I think
make
it
it
was to
look bad?
leave it up to the interpretation of the audience. Like I think for them less was more.
I like the platform.
Yeah.
I did like the platform. That
If
is
you didn't
fun.
see the platform, it was a movie on Netflix that like these people were locked in a jail, and there was like this.
No, he said with the food going up.
That's all I said. But whoever didn't see it wouldn't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Oh,
Right, so they're all locked in this jail, and like the food is being delivered in the middle of everybody's cell, which is like this cell. No, I'm saying this wrong. There's one tower, and on each floor there are prisoners, and everybody's like sharing food that is being served from the top floor where everything is down to the bottom floor, and people get to take food from the platform for like a certain amount of time. So like, say if I'm on the 100th floor, I have like 2 minutes to eat whatever it is that I want to eat, and then each floor gets their own time as it goes. That lower.
Yeah, that movie was crazy because the nigga shit it in his mouth. Nigga was trying to climb up to get food. Bro, the nigga was trying to climb up because
forgot about that
the
part.
lower you went, there was no food. So nigga was trying to climb up and get food, and the nigga on a higher level just like bent over and shit it in this nigga's face. That shit was crazy, bro.
And the crazy thing about that movie is that I don't think maybe they did. I don't remember, but I don't think you knew, and obviously the prisoners didn't know what was the last floor.
They went down.
They went all
No,
the way
but
down.
He
when
went all
you're
the way
there,
down.
you don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like
they
if
knew
you
because
there,
they went on the platform.
like if you're on the
yeah.
platform as a prisoner, you don't know.
But you didn't. But the prisoners didn't know how many levels was there.
That's what I
under
mean.
them.
Like
Yeah,
they didn't
at
know
all.
how many levels, so they just wake up and it's like, damn, I'm 420. I'm probably the last.
They
dude
said
to
the
eat.
platform was bugged out. They went off script.
Yeah, that shit in part. That shit in part was
Kev, like,
improv.
yeah, I was there. I was prisoner number 353.
Nigga, they
I
said
was
they
an
went, I
extra.
saw them. Nobody said this.
Nobody
the
told
right
that
line.
nigga to shit off the platform, bro. This nigga ate Chipotle for lunch.
That's crazy.
That's WB, man. WB, what up?
I think there was a platform too.
The platform too? Nah.
Platform 2. I think it's supposed to be coming out.
Okay.
Filming is currently ongoing for the Platform 2, which we expect to be released sometime in 2024.
Oh, nice.
Definitely gonna watch
It's
that.
spinning the block.
Hopefully you don't mess up.
Right.
Good, right? Because they always fuck up a
They
part
always
two.
mess up.
What part two is good? Let's just say that.
Bad Boys.
Okay.
Is it only like?
Well, not to
Rush Hour.
Kev. Kev don't like them shits.
Is
Rush
it only
Hour.
regular movies? Or
I
it could
think
be
Rush Hour
animated?
2 is fire. Bad Boys 2 is fire.
That don't matter.
Because I feel like animated's got a lot of good part twos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like Frozen too.
I'm not in that bad.
I'm not. I was thinking Spider-Man, but okay.
Spider-Man too.
Nigga said Frozen.
That's the end. I just feel like the kids part two
Yeah,
is
no,
good.
you said the kids. You said I was like your top 3, nigga.
Yeah, this nigga immediately.
I
Yeah,
fuck
like
with
Frozen.
Frozen. I fuck with
He
Frozen.
said it was for the kids.
You just thinking the fuck out of Let It Go.
He was
don't you?
He was hoping somebody fucking agrees to it.
I
Nah,
can't
fuck
say
with
on that
Frozen.
one, but I understand. Like if when you in them trenches with the kids,
I don't
you
even think
know.
about like see, part two is alright. Like Toy Story 2, fire.
Toy Story 2
Toy
is
Story 2 is
decent.
good.
Yeah.
High School Musical 1 and 2 was a bop.
Yeah, that's right. The twos are good, but like movies. What are the
Movies.
Movie
That's
movies.
tough. They be fucking up.
Oh, they got
a lot.
X2.
The Taken
X-Men
2 is
2.
trash.
I don't even remember what that was.
which one is that one?
X-Men 2,
I don't
X-Men
remember.
United.
Nah,
That shit was
I
fire.
The
ain't
Taken
like
2
that
is
shit.
trash.
X-Men 2?
I haven't seen
No,
any of
that
the Takens.
original
You never seen
X-Men is
Taken 2?
horrible.
I never
So
seen
that
any
X-Men 2
Taken.
was fire.
I guess.
You ever seen the Taken 2?
Taken two was
Fast and
alright.
Furious was
Taken 2
good for
trash.
their first two, right?
Fast
Too
and the
Fast,
Furious.
Too Furious
I
was
hate
fire.
that movie. All of them.
Wait, that's
all
the
of
one?
them? All
Nah,
of
Too
them.
Fast, Too
All
Furious
of
is
them.
valid.
All Fast and Furious. I hate all
Nah,
of
Fast
them.
and Furious 1 was the best
I
one.
hate-
Fast and Furious was good for like the
hate
first
all of
3
them.
or 4, and then they went downhill.
Yeah, what's the
Tokyo
Rock
Drift.
kinda?
Tokyo Drift was good.
I'm agreeing with Kevin with this one. I don't love Fast and. I think the first one's cool. The second one is decent, and then it just went.
No,
They
Tokyo
went
Drift
left.
was alright. Tokyo Drift was alright.
I don't like that.
But then they went. But then when they started to become superheroes, that's why I
Yeah,
couldn't do
it's
it
getting
anymore.
ridiculous.
Nah, that's what I said. Like now, early it was decent.
They ran
That's
out of
something.
ideas. That's what happened,
So
bro.
I'm assuming y'all saw 10. Is that the newest
No,
one?
I haven't seen probably like the
my
last
God.
3.
I can't do it.
I swear my last one was the movie after Paul Walker died. Like
I seen.
But that one was good though. The one when he died.
Listen, I seen.
No, I mean
I
the-
seen the first.
after.
I seen the
I
first
know,
Fast
but
and
I'm talking
Furious.
about
I was able to tolerate the first Fast and Furious, but I didn't like it. Then, like in 2009, I was on a date and I seen Fast and Furious in the movie theater, and I fell asleep in the theater because the shit was trash.
I mean,
That's how I felt about Secret Window. That was
that?
probably the worst movie I've ever seen about.
What's Secret Window?
Some movie about Johnny Depp.
sounds like
and-
Peeping Toms.
I don't know what that is, but
When you just like peeping toms when they just look in the windows and shit. That's what I just pictured when you said
Nah,
that.
Secret Window is about like this Johnny Depp has like multiple personalities. And he's just like trying to like live through it. And I seen it when I was like 11 in a movie theater. I just went to sleep.
What's that shit when it had like 3 movies? So the nigga had like the different personalities.
I don't know what you're talking about. What is it? What's the movie about? Besides
Having different personalities.
that's the whole thing. Yeah, I don't even get into those type of bags.
Yeah, what was that? What's that shit? Like that.
Don't look at me, nigga.
I gotta watch this movie as an adult. Maybe there was just a bunch of stuff I couldn't understand as a kid.
Yeah, it might hit different.
Might hit different as an adult.
The DVD box looked kind of fire, low key. That the way that they took that picture, but
Right.
I'm dead serious.
You looking at the lighting?
I'm looking at the lighting. I'm looking at it's fire. It's dope. Now, it might be an ass movie, but
Oh, I got a 6.5.
Now he got some good movies though.
Johnny, yeah, he do.
Johnny Depp got some good movies.
Yeah, I might watch this on the bus tomorrow.
Yo, so I got a question.
Yes, sir.
There's some shit I seen online, and I felt like niggas was tweaking, but I want your opinion. Niggas said Prince was the more iconic and talented musician compared to Michael Jackson.
Cap. Ain't nobody.
But they said public perception says otherwise. But if you look into the music, Prince was the better performer. Prince was the better musician. Like
Prince
overall,
was the
I
better
would say-
performer.
What?
No, I would say
niggas said Prince was the better
That's
performer
crazy.
compared to
that you say something
MJ.
like that. That's really wild.
I don't even really want to entertain that conversation.
You-
But we're here.
what instrument did Michael Jackson play?
Everything.
From musician,
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
from my knowledge, I don't know.
I don't think he played
yeah,
anything.
so from musician,
So
they
that's what I
got
said,
it with musician because
yes,
Prince
I
plays
agree with
guitar.
musician.
So
Yeah.
from that, yeah, I could give you that.
That's what I'm
Better
saying.
musician, I could give you that.
I'm not even gonna do that, but I
He
hear
could
you.
play. He was credited as playing the keyboard, synthesizer, guitar, drums, and percussion.
Oh, Michael,
Yep.
we seen him do that.
First of all, it says contrary to he could play instruments a bit. He
Yeah,
didn't play.
He's
that-
credited as playing keyboard, synthesizer, guitar, drums, and percussion.
but
so he's done it in music.
There's some stuff that's so powerful. There's some attributes that's so powerful that like it'll cancel out the shit that you don't know how to do. His performance and everything was so dope that like it don't really matter. like, it's, like, it doesn't- like, I'm not looking at him. Damn, he's dancing, he's performing. But if he would just get on the keyboard, it would just make it better. If he just went back there and just played the drums. Like I'm not thinking about
No,
that. Like,
performer wise, I
Niggas was saying like Prince is the better performer, dancer, whatever the fuck.
Bro, ain't nobody
Dancer?
better than
No
Mike
way.
Jack,
No
bro.
way.
Because nigga was saying all Mike did was just that the same moves in the moonwalk.
The same,
Over and over.
the same
That's
moves.
that was the niggas.
All right, and what move did anybody ever mimic from Prince? Name one.
I don't agree.
Does
I
he
think-
even have a signature move?
I was just like, hey, little niggas nowadays know Mike and they don't know Prince. So that's all you need to say.
Right. Like Mike has crossed over generations. Prince, his influence has went across generations, but who he was and like what he's contributed, nobody knows. Like nobody, they don't know who Prince is. Nobody knows who Prince is.
So is the bar for you that little kids know who Michael Jackson is? And,
no, that's not the bar, but
because you could. That's exactly how the LeBron Jordan debates go.
niggas don't know Jordan.
Little kids don't know. Little kids never watched them.
They never watched him, but they
They
definitely
know who Jordan
Because
is.
of sneakers, though.
That's not true. That's not true. They know Michael Jordan played basketball.
They know he played basketball, but
Right,
they
and they
still
know
would
that
pick
he was
LeBron
nice.
as a GOAT.
Right, but they still know Michael. They
But
don't know.
he's
They
saying
don't know what
niggas
Prince
know who
does.
Michael Jordan.
They don't know who Prince is. If you ask a kid who's Prince, they're gonna be like, who's that? If you ask them who's Jordan, they're gonna be like, he played for the Bulls. And he got ill sneakers. That's what they're gonna say. When you ask them who's Prince, they're gonna be like, Prince from where? I know Prince from the block. I know Fresh Prince.
Nigga said Prince from the.
Nah, you'd be like, nah, Prince.
Remember Prince from the block?
Only Kev caught that.
I caught it.
this is why I don't even want to get into it because like, you're nasty, man. You're getting nasty.
Just
I
saying.
forgot about that too.
Once
what
you
I'm
said that,
saying.
I was like, damn.
But it's the truth. You know, Prince, Fresh Prince. And then you be like, no, the Prince.
Oh man.
The Prince that made music. Tell him name 2 songs. Other than Purple Rain.
Okay.
Damn, you're gonna fuck them up, huh?
That feels terrible to say, man. Because it's
And
like,
that's why I didn't want to touch
yeah,
this
that's why I don't want
topic.
to touch it.
But that's why
Because he's still a legend.
Always a legend.
Of course, of course.
Always a legend. I'm not taking away nothing that Prince has
But
contributed.
he's nowhere near Michael Jackson.
He's not
In my
touching.
opinion, he's not. He's
terms of
nowhere near
impact-
Michael Jackson. I don't think it's
How-
anything that you can name that he's better.
Why would they arguing this point?
It was just a conversation.
Oh, okay. There was
One
nothing
nigga
that came
felt-
up that said anything?
Huh?
There was like nothing that came up that they said
Nah,
anything?
one nigga, it was just something they brought
Oh,
up.
okay.
One nigga was fucking with Prince, one nigga was fucking with MJ. The Prince nigga gave his points. I only agree with the musician standpoint just as a nigga who plays guitar. I've never really physically seen Michael play any instruments. So I will give Prince better musician every day.
Would you not say like your voice is a instrument?
To a degree, but that's semantics. Like, it's not a physical instrument, no.
Okay, nothing that holes you can play with.
No.
Okay.
But overall, I do think Prince's impact is undervalued, especially in music today. There's a lot of things that people have been inspired by when it comes to Prince, whether it be hip hop, R&B, rock and roll, blues. I mean, not blues. I forgot what I was about to say. The blues came before that. But there's just a bunch of genres that Prince has inspired, and Prince also inspired a lot of people, like in terms of like educating themselves about the music industry. That is very undervalued. So I'm not trying to say anything to diminish the value of Prince, but to me, in terms of impact and who had the most impact, from my understanding and my experience, is Mike Jack, bro.
Not even a conversation.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, people try to throw Chris Brown in there against Mike. Come on, bro. We got to stop that. Drake with Mike Jack. Nobody's touching Mike Jack.
Mike Jack
Drake
has
got
his
more
own
hits.
category that nobody hasn't even touched yet.
Drake got more hits.
Okay. Okay.
He went away from Michael, nigga,
Like,
beat it.
Statistically, yeah, he does.
He went
Yeah.
away from Michael, nigga, beat it.
It became because the Beatles had like 200 hits or something like that, and Drake surpassed that shit at like the 200 hit mark.
So who's the better artist?
But if you want to like talk about like statistically, like on numbers, if you comparing like Drake and Michael Jackson, I'm saying they statistically number wise would be Drake.
Who's the better artist? Oh, Drake.
But Mike Jackson has his own lane that nobody has even touched yet, because he was able to do a lot more. He had his hands in many different things that other artists that haven't even touched yet.
In your opinion, who's better?
This is about to
In
be
my opinion, it would be Mike Jack.
This is about to be a layered
So that
joke.
matters.
This is about to be a layered joke, but all I'm gonna say is Drake was big enough to get a Mike Jack feature, but Mike Jack wasn't big enough to get a Drake feature.
He was dead.
That was the layered joke,
Oh, all right, I
Justin.
got
Thank
you.
you.
You had me bugged. All right.
But we got singers that wrote for Mike Jack also. Them saying that they don't get the recognition that they deserve too. Saying,
Why should they?
Saying, I mean, if you write for
Hey.
the king of pop.
Hey man, we
Saying?
don't give a
That's
fuck
like-
about
that's
Quentin
big.
Miller.
Right. Oh,
We don't give a fuck about Quentin Miller, so why should we give a fuck about them?
No, but
Thank you.
like
R. Kelly
Neo-
wrote for him.
Yeah, R. Kelly, Neo, but he wrote the song for Mike Jack, and then Mike Jack last minute didn't take it. But and then Neo sang the song for himself. I think it was all because of you. I think it was the song all because of you that he made that song for Michael Jackson. And you hear the ad libs. You hear the ad libs. It's all Mike Jackson ad libs.
You know what it is though? Is like we don't have the information. Like maybe they are getting the recognition in their industry. Like we wouldn't know, right? And another thing is like, I don't care if you wrote the song. Like it don't. Did you get paid for writing the song? All right, then that's all that matters. Like you know what I mean? Like
niggas don't give a fuck that Lil Yachty wrote "Act Up" for the City Girls. Because when they go listen to "Act Up," they hear the City Girls.
right.
But do you?
And granted, like he was saying, to his point, the music industry cares, because that's why, like, as civilians, niggas is just like, I don't understand how Lil Yachty's so big.
Because,
but
yeah,
Lil
he's writing
Yachty
songs.
really be writing for mad niggas.
But so let me ask. So does that only change when for rappers?
Yes.
I mean,
Absolutely.
Yes.
does it only change for rappers?
Like
Yeah, like-
writing.
I mean, a public reception, yeah. Like when you're making pop music, when you're making like sing-songy shit, I don't think niggas really care. But when you were spitting shit, that's
Like if you're making pain music and somebody's writing a few, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But if you're making like a hit song, like
like if a nigga's
who gives a
writing
fuck?
bars for
Because at the
me.
end of the day, if you listen to Quentin Miller shit, right, and on his songs, and then you hear Drake, right, Drake's delivery was way better. So he couldn't even make that hit if he wanted to. You know what I'm saying?
That wasn't a song. That's a reference track. It's different.
Still writing it.
I agree, but that was a reference.
It's still writing
track.
it.
Was
It's
like,
it's still writing it. Still wrote it, and then he went on a rant talking about that was his song. You know what I'm saying?
so like yeah. Oh, everybody's on the same agreement side. Like if
Me personally, I don't give a fuck. Regardless, because music is music. I know we like to make rap a little different, which is fair. I understand it, but me personally, I don't give a fuck. Like if a nigga is in the studio giving you one word and he gets writing credits, I don't care.
one word, I don't care if I wrote.
Like if you're
one
writing a
word.
whole song, that may be a little different, but at the end of the day, I still don't necessarily give a fuck. As the music, as just the listener, like I don't care. Now, if we know and it comes down to like conversations of greatest whatever, yeah, that's gonna be held against you. But in terms of when you putting out your music, I don't give a fuck who's writing your music.
Okay.
But that's me.
Yeah, I feel the
But-
same way.
Yeah.
With rappers, I think R&B singers or singers is a little bit different. I don't care if you, because you might be able to, like, there's people who could write music, write a song, but they can't sing. So what do they do with that? They just
What do they do with their talent? They're giving it to you.
right.
Yeah,
And
but-
also think about how powerful. Like, it takes a lot, in my opinion, to give away something that you worked on, that you know is powerful. That's your pain, your music. Imagine just you know this is a hit.
It's like the Ice JJ Fish. Yeah.
Nah, that shit was alright though.
If you actually listen to the words of the song, you have somebody else that knows how to sing it. Yeah, it's actually a good song.
Man, that
I've
shit
never
went
listened
platinum
to
on the
this.
internet.
That's
what it is.
That shit
Make
went
it
platinum on the internet.
Ice JJ Fish, that song, the lyrics is actually fire.
Never listened to
You know
it.
what I'm saying? But his voice is so annoying. But he can't sing.
I feel like with the difference between hip hop and R&B is that I don't think R&B is looked at as a sport in the same way that rap is. So for rap, it's more so the competitive nature that makes rap so great. But R&B is like you don't really have sing-offs. It's not like you got one
Nah,
person.
Diddy made them niggas
tryna-
sing off.
Chill out, bro.
All right, my fault.
And then
He gonna come for you, bro.
right.
You gonna end up in the take that mansion, nigga. You better chill out.
The Take That Mansion.
I think you're about to be in the. Nah, forget it.
I mean, I'll play with Puff if y'all want to.
Yeah, Puff gangster.
That nigga smack J. Cole, bro. If you smacking a nigga like that, I don't want no beef with you. So I'll say,
I'll play with Puff if y'all want to.
He's upset.
All right, this is a good question though. What if rappers are sitting in the studio and they're having a conversation and you become inspired by experiences that someone else had?
That's fine. Because you're not going to, at least to me, you're not going to live everything that you rap about.
Bro,
So J. Cole made a whole album off of something that he...
KOD.
bro, his favorite rapper is Rick Ross, bro.
Right. So I can't say that is bad.
Yeah, man. I think what are you doing with that inspiration? Like, what are you writing a whole like? Are you taking? It depends on how you flip it. Like, if you got if the inspiration, if the inspiration was just like it made you write a song. And it sort of relates to you. You've put it in a way where it's still you and your experiences somewhat. Then it's fine. But getting inspiration and then taking that and then using what that person went through and then you write the whole song based on you in that position, I think that's a little crazy. Like that, especially if the other person is also a writer or entertainer or a rapper or something. Yeah, I think that's a little crazy. I think that's stealing. Like, I think you're stealing somebody's story.
You want to say anything about that?
That's a JT combo, bro. You gotta
No, I
go
mean,
for that.
there's nothing to combat. Like I answered the question by saying that's perfectly fine. I'm not a hypocrite.
Yeah, and I also think that we as consumers of music, there's some stuff that like we don't know or we shouldn't know, and there's also some stuff that we just don't care about. Like obviously, like he said, it comes up to who we talking about is the greatest and all that stuff like that comes up. But if you listening to something, or you in the club, or you just want to dance, you're not gonna be like, yo, that's Rick. He a thief. Don't turn him on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Now you still
It's
gonna vibe.
yeah, it doesn't matter. So it's just like that's another thing where it's like, does it really matter? Like, are you having a good time listening to the music? Does it do and move or inspire you in some way?
Right.
And hopefully everybody got paid. Everybody got their credits for it, and then that's it. But now when you talk about awards are the greatest of all time or who's good, then that stuff comes up. But if it's just something where it's a song, then it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, and at least that's the era we in now.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question though. Do you take Drake as pop now?
Drake is definitely a pop star.
He's a pop rapper.
Definitely not
He's a
rap.
pop star.
Yeah,
He's a,
definitely
nah,
not rap?
I think
don't
he's
think
still
he's
a
a
rapper, but
So
I think
is he
rap.
He's a pop star.
So
yeah.
No, I think he's still a rapper, but I think rap, just music in general, got so big to where we have so many subgenres that you could still put him there. Because we got rock rappers, like, you feel me? Like, he's still a rapper. He's just more a pop star. than rap.
okay. And then Michael Jackson was king of pop,
Yeah.
right?
King of pop, king of R&B.
You would say R&B?
Maybe like Jackson 5 days. In a little bit.
Nah. You definitely
Oh, is it all pop?
after that too.
Yeah.
Teenage Mike.
At Jackson 5, and then a little bit after that, he was
Yeah,
R&B,
when
and
he
then
was-
he
when
became a pop star.
Before he bleached his skin.
Yeah. He had vitiligo, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
He says he ain't doing it yet. He says
He definitely did.
He said Mike Jack said he ain't do none of that. He ain't did no facial surgeries, no nothing. It's all lies. He said that the media's lying. He ain't do anything.
So you would.
All right,
so-
facial surgeries is crazy.
Yeah.
Like bleach skin, I could. All right, maybe facial surgery. That's not the same nose, my boy.
You didn't see when he was interviewed. He said
I
that,
didn't see that.
He said that that never happened. He never did surgery. All
I
this
saw the
natural.
interview. I mean, I think it's interesting because it's like,
That's gas. If gaslighting was a person, that's what that is. It's like,
but who in the industry of any type of entertainment, even influencers, that are not getting facial surgery now?
Now, but this isn't back.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. So it's interesting because back then we were looking at it, we laughing at it, but would it be the same thing now? Like,
Nah.
he's such a trendsetter. He was saying trends before he even knew it. Now everybody is getting that. Like, everybody's getting surgery now. It's normal.
I think it's
It's not
it's
even
a
normal.
thing when they say, when people, because even nowadays when people say, "Oh, I didn't get my body done," and everybody like, "All right,
Kim
bitch,
K.
come the fuck
like
on."
Kim Kardashian.
It's like, we know you've been under the knife mad times. It's cool, sure, but why are you lying about it? Like that kind of thing.
Kim Kardashian said that like, her body's natural.
She capping.
Same thing as Kylie Jenner.
She capping.
No, it's negative.
Yeah.
Definitely not natural.
They natural queens, bro.
I mean, it's a BBL. I'm saying you're fat. I'm saying
Or maybe that's how they're looking at it. Maybe that's how they're spinning it in their brain.
Yeah.
But like, it's not
still
natural.
surgery.
That's what they identify as.
Like, yeah, you identify as natural. That's fine, but it's not. Not my truth. That's not what I see. Like, and it's fine. And maybe there's just something where like in the industry standard that it's better to hide it for whatever reason. But like, come on, man. Like, you've been a celebrity all your life. We've seen pictures of you from young to what your age now. That is not. You look crazy. You look absolutely different.
Kim K's body was not like that when she was fucking with Ray J.
You watched the porno?
Hell yeah, I watched the porno.
You should have just said, yeah. The hell.
Hell yeah, nigga, I watched that shit 10 times back to back. What are you talking about?
Got him through a lot of nights.
Got behind the scenes.
I'll be honest. Went off the script.
He went off the script.
Oh my god, that was a terrible adult movie.
Nah, that shit was ass, bro. That shit was ass.
That shit was.
I was a
bad.
teenager and I wasn't even impressed.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah, that movie came out when I was like 08. It had to be like 08.
Oh,
I was
that
in
movie
Albany.
came out. I don't like the way it ain't. It's a fake leak porn. It's not a movie.
It wasn't even leaked.
what movie?
They
No,
she
I
put
know.
it out.
I know they put it out. It was a whole signed
What
agreement.
movie?
What are y'all talking about?
Kim K porn.
Yeah, it's not a movie. I
Oh.
wouldn't say. He
Yeah,
said
he
an episode
said-
of a
Oh,
movie.
okay. I thought it was something else.
Yeah, it's like
came out
no.
after that.
I wouldn't say it's a movie.
It's
It was a vlog.
the vlog.
It's a vlog.
That was the first porn vlog.
Oh, vlog.
That was Ray J in. Come again.
Coming.
Come get it. Yeah.
I'll never do no shit like that.
Nah, you wouldn't.
A sex tape?
Yeah.
Nah, not to share with the world. Not
What if
like
it gets leaked?
well, that it didn't get leaked, but if mine was to get leaked, yeah, I mean, I don't know what I would do, but
What if you know you're gonna become like a billionaire off of it though?
I'm letting this shit.
There's some things
slide.
That was the peak of Kim K's career.
yeah, I get that, but there's some things like maybe
Don't do that to
when I was
Skims.
younger, but when you older,
Don't
you
do that to
stand on
Skims.
certain stuff, and it's just kind of like,
She talks
nah,
about
I
it.
got a kid. I got a kid. I don't want nobody seeing that. That's crazy. I'm good. You know,
She
like,
put-
do
she
what
gave
you
a-
want to do.
She
I
gave
get
a
it. Like
platform to a whole family with that porn.
her family was already decent. Like
put a-
they
Yeah,
Yeah, I
didn't.
remember her dad was a big time
Olympian.
lawyer.
Yeah,
I get
it
that.
wasn't
But, like,
necessary.
for TV and everything. She gave them a platform because nobody knew about Kim K's family like that until that porn. Nobody knew about Kim K until that porn.
That doesn't mean it's worth doing though. Like you
Listen,
should stand
for
on
generational wealth, no?
Bro, Shorty
I
was
don't think
sitting
it's worth
there
doing it.
crying on Keeping Up with the Kardashians because her son saw a picture of her porno on Roblox, bro.
That
yeah.
was dumb funny.
Crazy.
That was dumb funny.
I didn't even know
That's
that.
sad, yo.
Yeah, and it's funny for us, but it's sad for them.
them,
The kids
right,
that gotta
right.
go through it. So it's like, yeah, was it
No, I
worth
feel bad
it?
for the
and
kid.
outside looking in, not having all that money, it's easy to be like, yeah, I'll do it. But really think about what that means for you, your family, because we don't know what she's going through mentally. We don't know how many times that comes up in
Think
personal
real
life.
shit though, real shit. As just regular people, like we all sitting here right now, and you could be going through something right now. I don't know what the fuck you going through.
Right.
Like so, it's kind of tough to even your mentality or their mentality of anybody's. It's like you never know what somebody's gonna go through.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I just wouldn't do it. Like I'm not. And there's no amount of money that I'm willing to receive to leak something like that. And there's another party involved. Wouldn't do
Yeah,
it.
but they both was in cahoots with it. So, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
if they wasn't in cahoots with it, then it'd be like, okay, damn, there's another party involved. But nah, they was good. Leak my shits if y'all got it. No, I'm just playing.
I feel like a lot of people, because like especially people who like are not living lavishly, if you ask like a lot of these type of questions, a lot of people will sell their souls. Like I remember one time
Absolutely.
I was in school and a kid asked me, "Would you, if I offered you 300 million and you all you had to do was pick cotton for a year, would you do it?" I ain't doing that. I'm not picking cotton for 300 mil. Him on the other hand, young black male, he said, "I'm doing that shit. Whip me, lash me, all of that."
He said that?
Yeah.
No crazy shit. But I did see a video of niggas actually picking cotton. And
Oh.
that shit look relaxing as fuck, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, that shit look real chill. Like, it's one of those videos. Like, you know how when you be on YouTube and you just find that section of shit that's just mad relaxed? Like, like niggas getting haircuts or some shit. Or ASMR. Like, the shit just... like, I don't even mean it on some, like, trolling shit. I genuinely was watching it, and I was like, yo, like, low-key... Not even fuck the history.
not even
Just like
counting,
I would like that shit look chill. Like stuffing dog beds in a factory or some shit. Like it looked chill.
So what you saying is
crazy.
like, I want to address what you just said. Like,
If for 300 mil, something that look relaxing, I might take that too. I ain't even gonna
I
cap.
wouldn't do it. But the young man who said that, he's not wrong, right? It's like
course,
I get
of
it.
course.
But there's also just some things, and he might change his mind when he gets older, because there's some stuff was kind of like, that's disrespectful to the end. Like I'm not doing that. It's disrespectful to me. Now, regardless if it's a relaxing or not, like I'm not doing it. And then you also got to think like something that is relaxing or something that you enjoy to do. It does change when there's a transaction involved, right? So it's like.
That's fair.
Yeah, like it changes dynamic. Like if I want to go shoot, take some pictures, I walk outside, take some pictures. It's relaxing to me. But when somebody's telling me, I need you to show up at 11, I got 2 hours. I need you to do this. This is the kind of light. Now it changes it. Now it's a business, right? So like it could be relaxing. I'm not, and I agree. I know it was funny, but I get that you was being real. So I can see it being relaxing, but it's gonna change when it's kind of like I need you out there doing that now.
right.
Now it's kind of like now it's not relaxing. I don't want to do this shit right now. Now you're forcing me to pick cotton. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like both is right. I get it, but I'm not. There's certain stuff I'm just not willing to do for money.
Y'all picking cotton?
I mean, it looked relaxing, bro. And for 300 mil is crazy. for doing not. It really sounds fucked up to say, especially as a nigga. But it's just like, yo, this shit look chill. Like I could get like maybe back in the day how the shit is art, like because like legitimately you could cut up your hands.
Right.
Shit gets heavy. I'm talking about something. If niggas had modern day machinery and all I had to do was pick the motherfucking cotton with some gloves on for 300 mil, I might do that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie to you, gang.
I can't wait for this to go up. I cannot wait.
That's crazy. I ain't gonna hold you, man. That's crazy. Kev, come on, talk to me, man. Don't do that.
Bring us back, bro. Bring us back.
Yeah, you got a lot to say.
I'm not doing it.
All right.
I'm not doing it. I don't like sweeping, bro. Like, you think I'm gonna do that?
300 mil is a lot.
It's a lot. Could change your life.
Watch one YouTube video. That shit looks so soft and everything. Bro.
That's crazy.
My shit
Justin,
probably-
talk to me, man.
It's 11:19.
He's trying to change the subject.
Yeah, he's trying to change the subject. He doing it. That's why.
300 mil. I don't know.
See, I want to look it up, but then I'm gonna look raw if it's in my search engine.
don't
Like,
do
you know what I'm
that.
saying? So,
Yeah.
like,
Nigga, nobody looking at your search.
It's gonna start popping up on your Amazon.
You think that's the worst thing that you searched up?
Nigga, you was probably searching up Joe Biden's diary or
Yeah,
some
you
shit
think
like, bro.
that's the worst thing you
bro.
searched up?
You're good, bro.
You do have some insight on a lot of shit.
The fuck is that about? Oh, let me not do this because of my search history.
Yeah.
Nigga, your shit
All right,
is
so
crazy.
would you do it?
I don't know, man. That's a good 300 mil is a lot of money. It's just a year?
I mean, you do crazy shit for $20, nigga.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I snorted Lucky Charms for $1 one time, bro. So like,
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
sad.
The marshmallow or just the...
with the marshmallow in it.
Oh,
That's sad.
Shit hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's goofy. I get it.
That's still this nigga's brain.
yo.
But you just maybe it hit different for you because I don't know. There's certain
I was
stuff.
drunk. first of all.
Yeah,
Niggas say I
there's stuff
snorted
that we
Lucky
just not
Charms.
doing.
Yo,
And
I'll call Carlos right now. He be like, yo, I bet him $1. He did it.
You don't even gotta call nobody. I just believe that's
Yeah.
something you gotta do.
He's fried to begin with.
I remember when the stimulus checks were coming out. We had this conversation a while back. And the question was, if they wrote you a check for the stimulus, I think it was for like 100,000 or something like that, would you take the check if it said for a nigger?
We had this conversation?
We had this conversation. Y'all remember?
If it's like for
I
what?
don't remember.
For a
that.
nigger.
Like,
you take the check?
like it's not addressed in my name. it's for
For a
nigga.
nigger. But you could cash it.
That's tough.
Like it's a money order.
That's
You could-
tough because I low key got called nigga for free on Xbox Live plenty of times. So let's say if I had 100,000 for all those times, niggas just heard me talk. It was like nigger. Like I don't know. Nah, that's crazy though. That's
you
crazy.
It's a stimulus check
That's crazy.
government.
From the government.
from the government.
That's not a regular person. That's the
government.
motherfucker who rule us.
Right.
Calling me
government.
that. That's a little different.
I mean,
Take the check.
I might take that shit to the Supreme Court. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. We got laws against type of shit, bro. Get more than 100K.
Right? It's worth fighting for.
Nah.
What if you couldn't fight? Ain't like
You
there's
just
no
gotta
law
take it
around it. You
and
just
leave
gotta you gotta take it or leave it. Because I think this is more tricky than the pick cotton one.
Right.
Nah, this one definitely is. Honestly, no. Honestly, no, because that's crazy.
Okay.
Like all my joking aside, that's crazy. No, that's crazy.
Okay.
I think it's interesting that you think that's crazy. That's your pick cotton.
Because it looks like nigger is crazy, especially by the government. Because like a nigga call me that outside, I could beat your ass. You call me that online, it is what it is.
Okay.
Ain't nothing I could do unless I'm trying to find your IP and pull up. But government is something that's supposed to be for the people, ruling the people. Calling me a racial slur is crazy. Getting paid 300 mil to do something, not forcibly, because I'm taking the 300, that looks relaxing, and we got modern day machinery, so my body ain't gonna be like dumb. We got sunscreen and shit. Like, it's a little bit different.
So we
In
got
my
sunscreen.
opinion. It's a little bit different in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's crazy. I'm not gonna hold you. I think that's great. I think this is the power of visuals, because seeing it on there, I get it. But somebody's telling you to do that, even though it's transactional, they calling you a nigger. Like, if somebody's like, I paid $300
They gonna
to
get
pick
the most
cotton.
out of that shit.
Yeah, like they still calling you a nigga. They just not saying it. They just it's implied. Like, you know what I mean? They know the history. So I think it's interesting. Again, I don't think.
I mean, maybe it's
wrong.
different for me because I was also in the military, and that same shit happens where you niggas don't say it, but they'll say it. So it's like I've already been in a situation like that, and to be honest, outside of like scenarios like that, I would go back to the military. You feel me? Because it was something I enjoyed. So looking at it on that aspect, that doesn't bother me because like if you're not gonna say the shit, it doesn't bother me. You're pussy. Like that's how I look at it. Now if you say the shit, that's when it goes up. Yeah,
I got you.
So shit's a little different. So like looking at 4 nigga is saying this shit.
That's crazy.
Like I don't know.
What you doing, Jay?
No, I'm not taking it.
I ain't gonna lie. I might like see if I could. It's already written.
Nah, this is a different conversation because now we gotta talk about finances. What's going on? You taking 100K but not 300?
Yeah.
300 million? No, not to pick cotton for 365 days in a year. No, but for a check that's already written, I'll think about it. I ain't like.
I let that shit sit there. What's the max? 91 days or some shit?
90 days.
90 days. I let that
I
shit
might-
sit there
I might
today.
think
89.
about it. I
I'll
mean, like,
ponder on
That's
it.
fair.
So,
That's fair.
it's already-
so you get the 100K. If you get the 100K, what would you spend it on?
I don't know yet, but that don't really matter. It's just I'll figure something out. There's some shit that I can spend on it.
Would you like hood shit with it? Like, it's like
Absolutely not. Not the age I'm in
bottles
now.
like a Louis the 13 and shit. And
I'm not doing no goofy stuff with it. I'm gonna make them pay for writing that check to me and
I feel
somehow.
like for like the balance of the world, you gotta like throw 10K in a strip club or some shit. Like, just balance shit out. Like,
Ridiculous. I'm not doing that, man. Because 100K ain't a lot. So now if I have 90, I'm
You're going
not,
in the wrong direction.
yeah. I'm gonna be that cotton picking that's still on the table too. Can I do that? Like I'm gonna be right back. You know? But yeah, I'll think about it because it's already a cut check and there's no labor involved. And that's what they call us anyway.
Right.
But I'm not sure. But the picking cotton is definitely a no for me. Absolutely not. I'm not doing it.
Yo, school's going crazy. I can't even record that in school. Like that shit. Those
that's for 365 days out the week, straight out.
I
I'm thinking
guess.
it's a regular job. Like, you know,
No,
you
he
get
said, he
to-
said for a whole year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it's
like
like a job for
you
a
work
whole
at a
year.
job for a year, but you're not working every.
No, but a job, you got days off.
There's no
Every
days
day.
off.
Oh, nah.
Every day.
Oh, I don't get no
365
PTO or
days.
nothing?
Nah, boy.
I still might do it.
I said,
Just thug it out for the year.
I did the military for 4 years, and shit. I mean, I got PTO though, but I was still working 24/7 in some
days.
instances.
Yeah, ain't no sick days with that. Oh, man. I actually wanted to ask you about, like, just a little bit before we, wrap up. Like, your photography journey.
Mhm.
Like, how did you get started? What was your first camera?
Mm.
And, like, what motivated you?
All right, so how I got started is my wife, she wanted to take more pictures of Delilah when she was younger and videos. And not knowing a lot of knowledge at that time, I went and just bought a really expensive point and shoot that came with a bunch of little goofy tripods and all type of stuff that I thought was dope at the time. And so I started taking pictures of just the family around and everything like that. And interacting with different people, they would be like, "Yo, you gotta try this camera and that camera, and get these lenses." And I'm looking at my camera like my lens don't come off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you talking about? Like, I'm and so I started doing a little bit more research, and I was like, okay, so all right, so I gotta get this. So it was so my first camera when I was I don't even remember, but it wasn't actually that long ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, but I'm not positive. So I went on Adorama, and I looked at a DSLR that I think it was the Rebel T1 or something like that, and I was rocking out with that for a minute, and I got the kit lens, the 1855 crappy lens, and I was moving around and shaking with it, but it still wasn't really hitting and doing the things I wanted to do, but I was getting better results and stuff. So I got I believe I got a T4 or something like that, and then I moved up to a 90D, and now I also have a Mark II, a DS Mark II. But so then my wife's best friend, after some time of taking pictures, she like booked me and paid. It was my first paid gig to do an event that her and her boyfriend was doing. So I went and did that, and it was nervous. I was nervous at first. I think I had just the 50 mil, which my wife bought. So I did the whole event with the 50 mil. Excuse me. And I really enjoyed it. And I was like, this is something that I think that I could do, you know, but I was still trying to work out what I wanted to do. Like, do I want to do events? Because I liked it, but it was a sense of kind of like, you know, I'm at an event where things are happening, but I can't really enjoy it because I have to capture these moments. So I started looking into like, all right, let me take some pictures of my daughter. Like, let me grab her and get some free labor out of her and put her in front of the camera and have her be a model, which I appreciate. And I started taking pictures like that and then playing with lights and started getting one of my photography friends actually gave me a whole old school light setup with backdrops that I've never used. But I remember him saying like, you know, I don't use it anymore. Somebody gave it to me and I want to pass it on to somebody else who saw their photography journey, right? So looking at those lights, I kind of and went to YouTube Academy and just looked at a bunch of different YouTube videos and just studied it night and day. Went to a few different events where photographers would, like successful photographers would speak about the business and about aperture and all the stuff that we mentioned earlier. So I started to really hone in on my style that I wanted to do. And I was like, all right, I know I like shadows, I like dark and moody. And I want to start like taking portraits and move away from events. But I was still doing events every now and then just to pay the bills. But then I started moving into portraits. And from there, man, it's just been a blessing. So like, and I'm not full time yet. I'm still part time, only doing it on the weekends. But I could say with confidence that like I could look forward to getting booked almost every weekend, multiple bookings. And then also I got I do the photography for the schools for like the yearbooks and the picture day and all that. So yeah, so I also do that. I was just at in Harlem, the Promise Academy, doing it over there. So those things like pay the bills, and it's also cool just to have those pictures for the parents. So you do your best to get good pictures, but it's different because of the time frame you have with that subject or child, that you might have 15, 30 seconds with a school that has 500 people. So it's like you just got to get in, do something real quick, get some good photos, and then get them out of there. But so I try to just specialize in more controlled areas where I'm doing the portraits and stuff like that. And it's been good, man. It's getting booked from different places and having my website up, and I get some from Instagram and also a lot of word of mouth, which has been dope. People who have booked me before booked me again. Just seeing, I really enjoy family portraits, so you can kind of see the love, or see. Sometimes I just did one in Queens, I believe it was, and it was like a couple that been together 60 years, and all the family gets together one day every year, and they just have a nice anniversary party for them. So being able to do that and capture that is what's dope, So, but the more you do it, especially when you're doing portraits, the more you're gonna run into issues with customers and things like that, and expectations, and people just assume that if they see something that they like, they think you can do something different. Like, it's like sometimes it's kind of like, all right, this is here because this is my style. So if you're asking me to do something like that, then maybe you should just go a different route. Yeah, like there's plenty of photographers that have a whole bunch of different styles, and you could find one of them. But like they try to have you in. So it's like the more you do it, the more and like I said earlier, it becomes a business. And now it's fun to take the pictures, but the business part is not so fun, right? Sometimes like drawing up contracts, and I don't do it with everybody, even though I should. I'm not looking forward to tax season. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's stuff like that where it's like, this is gonna be a mess. Dealing with clients and the clients and wanting certain edits is done, and they're trying to get as much out of you as they can with that short little session that they have. Time frame. Yeah, like it is tough, and then so I try to get everything out before I shoot. Also, big mistake that I used to do a lot, and I don't do as much. I may do it depending on the situation. Is take shoots for free, and I know that they tell you to do that, right? And I get it. Every time I took a shoot for free, it went bad somehow. Like they'll say, yo, you know, if you shoot with us for free, we'll post your stuff on blah 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 and promote. Never happens. They'll just use the photos and not.
Well, if you
tag
shoot for us for free, we'll post your shit.
I know, but it's different. It's family. But what I'm trying to say, and I've done a bunch of free shoots, and if something comes up that makes sense to me, I'll still do it. But I really think about it, and I look at it, and I'm like, maybe I'm not gonna do it for free. You got to give me something. Another thing is always for those who starting out, always get at least half up front.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Well, that's what everything does.
yeah, because it holds the other person accountable, right? Because there's so many people that'll cancel on you, and they don't lose anything out on canceling, right? It's like, oh, I can't do it today. Let's reschedule. Nope. Hold them accountable. Take your 50%. I do 50. You could do 30. You could do whatever you want, but take that percentage.
As long as that money's in there, they know they need to come back.
They need to come eventually, right? They need to figure it out. But what you don't want to do is just be super nice with this stuff, because like there's people who will take advantage of you, and there's a lot of people shooting now. There's a lot of photographers, which is great, and it also saturates the market. It also makes it cheap. Also know your price, know your worth, know what you want to charge, know where your skill set is and skill level is at. I try to specialize in something, so yeah, man, that's pretty much the journey, and I'm hoping to take it to a point where I'm just doing it full time, and I can just make my own schedule.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Where can people find you now? Like,
Okay, so you could my website, photosbyleo.co, or you can find me on Instagram at ambiguous_Leo. Either one of those places.
and if they wanted to book you and just have a consultation or anything, where they can hit you up on either one of those?
Either one of those. Most people use the Instagram. It's just easier access to me, and I respond faster. But there's also links on the website you can use to book me as well.
I'm good. I had fun today.
Yeah, man. I definitely wanna bring you back to definitely just like dive more into the photography and what you do there and things like that, and definitely like get that story, because that's something that I know a lot of people would benefit. I mean, everything you just said was just like I just learned a bunch of stuff. Like I didn't charge people up front. I'm still doing a bunch of shit for free. So it's like I'm still learning the process of like what is my worth in the photography field, and like I don't know how to charge people. So like all those things is like what I'm trying to figure out now. So.
Yeah, definitely. I'll come back. I'll talk more about it. I'll talk more about it one-on-one if that helps you. Because I'm looking at the stuff you got around now. I'm just kind of like, some of this equipment, like a lens could be $1,200. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like,
I know.
If you're doing free shoots and it's just like, try to get something. And people are willing to pay, especially like a lot of these nonprofits, a lot of the schools, they have budgets for this stuff. Right? They don't want you to know, but you be like, hey, listen, I know I'm doing this. And it's okay to do stuff for free in the beginning, but at some point you do have to be like, listen, you got to give me something. Right? Like, this isn't transact. You have a budget for it. I know you do. Give me something. So yeah, man, just know your worth, and your work is, especially the boxing stuff. That's wild.
Appreciate
you know what I'm saying?
Shout out
Like,
to 15 rounds of boxing, man.
yeah, shout out to 15 rounds of boxing, and the stuff that you shoot there, and the stuff that you're able to capture it, and the person that maybe is knocked out probably don't like you very much.
Right.
But the stuff that you capture, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. And I don't know what the editing process is for you, but the editing is on point. Like, it's sharp. You know what I'm saying? You see the action, you see the person's emotions when they're winning, when their hand is raised. Like, everything that you're doing, I'm kind of like, I stay away from that. I can't do that. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just also knowing what your skill set is, so.
First of all, never say can't, because you can do it.
I appreciate it. I do, but I can't. But you know what? To kind of build on what you just said, I don't want to say I don't have an interest. I just have other things that interest me
That would be
more.
better to say. Don't say you can't, because I just don't.
Well, I mean, yes, I agree with that. But at the same time, I do agree. Like, you know what you do, right? Like, I can't do what he does. Like the studio lighting shit. Like,
Not
I
yet,
don't
but
even-
you
I
will
don't
try
even-
it though. That's the thing.
but you got to be interested in it. Like, I'm not even really
Yeah.
too interested in learning that. So it's like, for me, like, for example, if I wanted to do a photo shoot with the kids at the school, I would just call you.
Mhm.
It's like,
You don't want to do that.
I don't really care to learn about it either. So there's a lot that, like, just because I do photography, that doesn't mean, like you were saying earlier,
Yeah,
you just cross
everything's not
over
the same. Yeah,
and
Yeah.
do something. That's a whole nother field of photography.
Yeah, that's true, right? And the kids is really interesting, and it's simple too. 3 light setup. There's a big octabox on the side. There's a hair light, and then there's a reflector on the other side of the octabox. So, and there's a background light. There's one on the floor. So it's not too difficult. But what's difficult is that you don't have a lot of time. If you're dealing with middle school kids, mostly 6 to about 9th grade, so maybe some high school, there's an attitude thing. There's a I don't want to smile. There's a I want to throw up gang signs. I want to do that. Like, there's stuff that they want to do that you just kind of like, bro, we'll get some of that fun stuff in that you want to do, but let's get the stuff for your mother first, and then we'll go and play around and do some of the other stuff. And you don't have a lot of time to kind of explain to them. They also every school needs the headshot shot for the yearbook, so you have to do the headshot shot. They want it kind of with the shoulder in the picture. If it's a girl, they want all their hair in the picture. So depending on you might have to step back.
They did my daughter's for last year for the yearbook and everything like that, and they photoshopped every kid really bad.
That's crazy.
That's another thing too. Like, a lot of them, they do photo. So here's the thing with the Photoshop thing. So this is what happens with the school stuff, because I'm a freelance. So somebody just picks me. Somebody just pays me and I'll go do it. So I don't actually run a business that does the school photography. They just seek me out. I'll go do it. But with the school photography, because there's so much, and most of the schools are shooting at the same time, like September through December, they don't edit them. So they outsource the editing.
Oh.
So the person that's taking the pictures, the company that's taking the pictures, they're not the ones editing the pictures. So whatever you're getting is from another source.
My daughter hated both all her pictures actually. She was like they photoshopped every single kid in the school.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Photoshop is a gift and a curse. It's Photoshop. So Photoshop is very difficult to use, and if you're not in photography, people confuse like what Lightroom is and what Photoshop is, and so some people they kind of just use the two. Photoshop is very, very different. They're making it simpler now, but they also like making it where you can fill in a background, you can put in like, it's just the stuff that you're doing on Photoshop is kind of like, I don't even need that. So like a lot of the Photoshop stuff I don't even touch. Like, but I know that a lot of editors, they use Photoshops to retouch skin because it's the easier one to use. Lightroom CC or Lightroom, a little bit more like for color grading and things like that. So, but yeah, Photoshop is, if you know how to do it, it can be powerful. Like some of the stuff you see, you kind of like, damn, I didn't even realize this. But most of the time, a lot of people don't know how to do it, and it's very easy to spot. And it's just terrible that the kids had to deal. Another thing with Photoshop is that you find that the average person, not the influencer or whatever's going on, they don't want it. Like, they don't want it that, like, they kind of like, no, leave my skin regular, leave this, but but we assume as photographers that everybody wants to look like porcelain dolls. So everybody just like hits them with the Photoshop, smoothing out the skin, brighten up and it's like, some people look at it like, that ain't me. Could you take some of that off? So I've learned just to kind of like dial down on the editing, and try to get as much right in camera first and during the shoot. And that's paying attention to the details, the hairs, the straight hair that may be on a woman's face, or like somebody's shoelaces may be untied, or like, those are the things that you want to get right before you even take the picture.
Yeah, and I think when it comes to like Photoshop and Lightroom, like I stay away from Photoshop. Like that shit, I try to just use like Lightroom as much as possible. Usually that's enough, especially for sports photography. It doesn't, require that much in-depth editing. But I do want to get into like making sports cards. So that's where like I'm gonna have to learn some type of like studio lighting and studio photography. But other than that, I'm in the field, court, doing shit like down there.
Yeah, and that's fire. And you kind of got, I don't know who set up all this stuff, but it's not too far from it, Like,
Right.
This is not too far from what you would do in the studio. You know, you definitely want to kill the lights because you want to control the ambient. You know, you definitely want to have it as dark as possible because the light walls are bright walls. They bounce light off. So if you're trying to make it a certain atmosphere and you have white walls, you're probably not going to get it because once you hit that light against that wall, it's going to just bounce all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you start to just learn and figure it out as you go and make your mistakes and see what needs to be done with it. But it's a dope, I really like it a lot, especially when you get that picture that you're kind of like, damn, I can't believe I took that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and sports is really tough with me. And, you know, I did a few sports with my daughter, with her soccer team. And, like, it's just, like, really almost knowing where the action is going to be before it gets there. So, like, and then doing it in manual is crazy. Like, I'm still like, and now that you got maybe another camera where you can use the auto, now it's kind of like, damn, this shit is too easy.
What is that lens right there?
That is that's
The
one of
close-up one.
That's a kit lens. That's a cheap.
Is that the one that we was using when we were recording?
Recorded what?
The shows this weekend?
Yeah, we used that lens.
That one?
Yeah.
And this is the other camera we used. For some reason, I love this camera.
No, that's not the other one.
Which one was it? You took it?
That's it might be in my bag.
Yeah. Well, I just figured out that one of those cameras make this shit look like crazy.
Yeah.
I ain't know until I seen it. I was like, this shit is
No,
phenomenal.
that's a photography camera. That's not even a videography.
Exactly, and it just looks phenomenal. Four Corners Box said they need them sports cards. So.
Oh shit, they definitely do.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
it's coming! It's coming! It's coming! It's gonna go.
Yeah, you know, it's been a busy fourth quarter, man.
Yeah,
I'm blessed.
But it is getting late. Everybody gotta go. You gotta
head over to
make it
Brooklyn.
all the way back. I ain't want to say all that, but yeah,
It's all good.
11:45. You try to come back before the end of the year?
Absolutely. Just let me know,
Is
man.
it possible?
It's probably not, but I'm gonna say it is.
No, we can do first quarter. We can start first quarter. It's up to you.
You just holler at me, man. We'll work
We'll do
something out.
something out.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
do it definitely in the part. I think it was a great conversation. I think it just flowed. Like,
I appreciate that, man. I'm always welcome to come back. I got a lot of shit to say. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even touch on everything, so yeah, whatever.
But yeah, we good.
You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. You know, we can always get into our nerd bag and talk about lenses and cameras and shit like that, and
Definitely.
where to get the best equipment. Buy used. You know what I'm saying? Like, please
Facts.
buy used. Wait, don't waste your money on some of this new shit. It's too much. But we'll get into all that, and we can get into other stuff. You know.
Right. Definitely.
Do it one more time. Tell the people where to find you. Anything else that you want to say too? The camera's on you.
Find me at Instagram is at ambiguous_Leo, and then the website is photosbyleo.co. Holla at me. Check out the work. Let me know what you think. Message me. I'm always there. I'm always listening. I will respond. You know. But yeah, man, that's about it. I don't really have much to say besides, you know, stay healthy, eat healthy, Kevin.
Where he's at? Where he's at right now?
Well, he said a lot of
Yo,
bullshit
listen,
today. He said a lot of bullshit today. He low key 47.
Before we got on camera, we
said a
were
lot of
talking about
bullshit.
my grandma is 112 years old, and her secret for staying alive, she said, is that she eats pork every day. So as I said, listen, she hits 112. She eats pork every day. She has no high cholesterol. She has nothing, like literally nothing. Not even diabetes. Nothing. 112 years old. So listen, I say that to say this, that, you know, I feel if people are just lucky and not lucky, you know what I'm saying, and that's just what it is. So if she eats pork every day, she says she's been eating pork every day for the last 60 years. All right?
Do me a favor though, increase your luck a little bit and don't eat pork every day, man. Trust me, man.
Listen, so I said I'm lucky if I make it to 55. So he's been numbering me down. So
You've been saying a lot of bullshit today, man. I'm telling you, man. And you got a lot of insight.
Listen, you can fact check everything I said.
He is gonna go.
I'm
home
gonna go.
Yeah,
Next
That
time I
shit
come
gonna
back.
be 98% wrong, nigga.
You go
The
fact check
Denzel shit was crazy. It was like you was there. Like he was like, he just go off script, man.
Nah, I mean, like
98% of the movie is off script.
He even validated some of the things like something I said about Denzel.
Yeah.
Denzel he's known for going off script. A lot of people say that about him. I'm saying, but
I got you. It's crazy how you know it though. That's what. You know, I'm fucking with you, man.
Kev could have been an actor, man.
yeah,
You never know.
I'm just saying, Denzel's the best actor.
Man, what you gotta say before we get out of here? Good.
I'm Gucci.
Gladiator 2 is coming out.
What?
Gladiator
Oh,
2 is
Gladiator
coming out.
2. I thought you said something else.
What the fuck did you say? He said Gladiator.
I didn't catch myself, so I kind of fucked up on that one. Gladiator 2 is coming up, man. I can't wait for that, man. That's gonna actually be pretty
That shit's
interesting.
gonna be
Because well, I mean, I don't know, because like that's just like 20 years later, bro. So it's like a whole different Gladiator.
Gladiator is my favorite movie.
20 years later, because the first Gladiator came out in like 2001.
I'm not sure.
2000,
Gladiator is literally my favorite. I could watch that every time.
yeah, I can watch it every day. Russell Crowe's a great actor.
Never seen it.
Never seen Gladiator?
I've seen it a while ago. I don't remember it too well.
It's a good movie. It's better than 300.
Is it better than Killer Season though?
Yeah. Gladiator is one of the best.
Yeah, it's
Gladiator is one of the best movies ever.
100%. That's
Ever
one of the best
Ever
movies that came
made?
out.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Ever made.
Yeah, no, sit there and watch. No, watch it.
No.
Ever made.
That's gonna no.
Ever
It's
made.
just setting it up for
No,
disappointment.
no.
Gladiator is best.
Gladiator's a great
I'm
movie.
sure you can't find one top 10 list where Gladiator's on.
Well, I mean, if you gotta put it, like, but you gotta put it in the categories with
with
movies
No,
like
you
that.
just said one of the top movies. You said the best movie
I
ever
think so.
made.
I think
But I'm
so.
saying,
So you
but
gotta put it against other
He
genres.
said that. I said that it's
Google
it's
it.
better than 300.
Google
so
what?
when I'm talking about like
Gladiator. Is Gladiator the
ancient
best
Greek
movie ever made?
mythology or anything like it's in that realm, that Gladiator is better than any one of those.
About Roman movies?
Yeah,
Okay.
Gladiator is better than any one of those movies.
Okay.
What would you say?
Look it up.
You look it up.
My shit
But
is
you got a
Troy.
computer right there.
My hands are closed.
My shit is Troy.
Troy's not better than Gladiator.
I didn't say it was. I just said that's my shit.
Oh, Troy's alright though. I fucks with Troy.
Troy is
I don't
fine.
know what that is.
Troy.
Achilles?
Yeah, it's Achilles.
All right.
Never heard of it.
Do you know who Achilles is?
No,
Yeah,
Alright. Alright, cool. Kev, say your goodbyes.
I just did.
That was it? You're not
Yeah.
gonna say your shit?
Yeah, some days peanuts, some days shells, and watch Gladiator too.
Nah, this nigga, bro. What you looking at?
That's Roman movies of all time. Quo Vadis, Gladiator, Asterisk, Augustus.
Gladiator number 2.
I don't
What
know
is it
what
in
that
order?
is. This is
top picks. Movie, according to Movie Land. I don't know how valuable of a source that is.
look at that. Right there. Go all the way down to one.
Cleopatra, Passion of Christ. I heard that was good.
Passion of Christ is a
Passion of
great
Christ
movie.
is a
That's a great movie.
but is a Gladiator movie? Would you
I
call
mean,
it a
they
Gladiator movie?
consider it because it's like
Quo Vadis is number 7 here. They
because it's Roman. Jesus. Mel Gibson's off.
Oh man, they
Mel
on to
Gibson's a
something.
great actor
Man,
too,
it's like
man.
everything fucking before Gladiator was. Nothing came out after that.
Nah, yeah, a lot of shit came out. Troy,
300.
300, all that shit came out.
But that's not
after
about. That's not about Rome, is
that.
it?
It's about.
No, it's about
Gladiators.
It's about Spartans. It's about the Spartans.
Nigga, one of the shit was just Spartacus.
Fair. But Spartacus is about Rome.
Same shit.
No, what? All right.
That shit say the same. It say the same words.
Okay.
All right, we out of here though. We having fun. We playing with y'all. We out of here. What you gonna say? Oh, that shit fell on you. Imagine that shit.
That'd be crazy. Nah, man, I'm just happy that we
heard that
finally
shit.
got this interview done, man. We've been talking about this for a while, and we finally made it happen. I appreciate you coming through and stopping by the pod to show love. I want to give you your flowers for everything that you're doing, everything that you've done, and for your success in the future. Looking forward to hearing more great stories about you, your beautiful family, your career that you got going on, everything that you'll be doing in the near future and then the future and beyond.
Pickle boys.
So yeah, thank you. for coming on the show and sharing your story. And I can't wait until we get to part two.
Absolutely, man. You already know.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It's dope.
Appreciate
And
y'all.
for those that are still watching,
Thank you.
this is brought to you by 40 Central Network. And you can support the pod by going to Cash App, hitting up the Cash App at 40 Central LLC. If you don't have that, you can hit up the Zelle at our email, 40centralpodcast@gmail.com. You can also drop a super chat in the live stream right now. All you got to do is hit the $sign on the bottom of your phone, or it should be on the top of the stream, somewhere around that. Hit the $sign and support us by giving us a super chat. You can also cop up some merch at store.streamelements.com/40central, store.streamelements.com/40central. If you go there, you can donate. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. You can donate. Well, not donate, but you'll be purchasing some gear. You could get 40 Central hoodies, 40 Central hats, 40 Central sweatpants, sweatsuits. We got crew necks. We got what else? We got shot o'clock hoodies. We got the new logos with the 40 Central Network. We got everything that you need at store.streamelements.com/40central. You can also just tell us that you appreciate us, or that you love us, or that you're rooting for us. Not everything comes down to money. You can just drop a comment, drop a like, drop a share. Tell somebody that to tune into the pod on Thursday nights. They can also tune in to 15 Rounds of Boxing on Wednesday nights. Matter of fact, big shout out to 15 Rounds of Boxing. They literally had a guest on yesterday, and they were talking about how they asked him a question about his thoughts about being in the Boxing Hall of Fame. And then today it was announced that I think he is eligible to now be either he's eligible or he's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. So they, once again, 15 Rounds of Boxing does matchmaking that ends up going real in real life. So shout out to the gang over there. Go follow that podcast at Four Corners Boxing. Follow Blunt Wisdom. Follow 40 Central, and follow our journey.
Yeah, follow all of us individually also too. And there's a big fight this weekend. Before we go, I want to know what's your prediction.
Who's fighting?
Haney.
Oh, Haney. Fuck. Nigga, black man. Nigga,
Last time you said that, you lost.
All right. Nigga, black people have lost fights before. Fuck. Who beat Floyd?
You can't do
All
that.
right. All right. All right. Who beat Floyd?
I think Haney losing this.
Who beat Floyd? All right. Yo, you think Haney losing every week? Who beat him?
Haney.
Who beat him?
Who you watch boxing?
I don't
You don't?
watch
All right.
boxing. Yeah.
Kev,
But you can answer that question though.
Haney's not winning.
You can answer that question though. Who beat Haney?
Kev,
All right.
First of all, I'm gonna say right now, Kev won his prediction of you last time.
No, he did not.
I beat you in the prediction.
No, you did not. All right.
Why y'all always go through this?
Them two, right?
Every time it's like something between y'all, niggas could never have a definitive winner.
Listen,
You said
I
didn't win when I said Benavidez gonna kick his ass.
Kick who's that?
Andre.
Oh, okay.
Brandi.
Yeah. All right. And Charlo beat the shit out of the other Benavidez. So we went 1-1.
Yeah,
Right then.
That's 2-1 now, bro.
What do you mean?
2-1. Because I told you that Canelo's gonna whip Charlo's ass, and I told you Benavidez was gonna beat Andre's ass. And so
No, you said Canelo's gonna knock him out.
I said knock him down on the 7th. I said knock him out. I said he's gonna knock him down on the 7th.
Nobody's ever called a knockdown in
Motherfucker,
a
you
boxing
get-
prediction
Bet. Hold on,
ever.
hold on, hold on.
Get out
When
here,
you
man.
bet, when you make a
How
bet,
the fuck did you do that so fast?
Hold on.
Oh, you got the.
Yo, all I did was look that way, man. He
good
was
seeing you,
dressed.
bro.
Yo,
Good see you. Yo, listen.
Appreciate you.
yeah, yo,
When
you
you
know what I'm
make a
saying,
bet
bro?
on FanDuel, when you make a bet on FanDuel, they announce knockdown on 6, knockdown
But
on
that's
7.
not what you said
and
on the
knockout-
pod,
No, I
though.
said he's gonna knock him on 7, and he's gonna knock him on the 8th. That's what I said.
Did he knock him out?
You know, he said he's not gonna knock him on the 8th. But your man was running around the whole fight. He would have got knocked down. He would have got knocked down on the 8th.
Did he knock him out?
Yeah, but he didn't win.
It's a yes or no
You got
question.
Devin Haney or you don't?
No, hell no.
No?
Haney's trash.
Haney? You watching the fight?
Nigga, I don't watch boxing.
All right, cool. So
I
we
know
gonna
who
see.
Devin Haney is, so I guess
Yeah.
for him.
Black man,
Hey,
nigga.
yeah,
Black
black.
man.
All right, so we gonna see
Black
that.
man. Black
Actually,
man.
we
Black
have
man.
And you still owe me pennies, bro.
How?
because you lost.
Yo, this is crazy.
It's crazy. All right, we out of here. We love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. We appreciate everybody here, man. Thank you. We'll see you on
Black man.
Thursday. Bye. We have to.